Florida just scored again.
Oh, wow.
2-0. It's perfect. I got the under and Florida in this game.
Hey, 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 everyone. Welcome back. We got the Hurricanes versus Stars game going on tonight. As I got my boy Perlo Wisdom joining me for today's stream. Today's nice Sunday Easter stream that we got going on today. So we're just going to be chilling, watching the Hurricanes versus Stars. Peter Mrazek is back in net for the Carolina Hurricanes after missing majority of the season with an injury. He's officially back for the Hurricanes, and they must be excited to have their big goalie in that net now. And then Jake Oninger on the other side there for the very injured-riddled Dallas Stars, who have a top line of Robertson, Dickinson, and Pavelski. It's looking pretty weird down there in Dallas, eh? And welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. This is what we do now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome to be back together doing this again. Yeah, Dallas is looking a little odd. It's a weird team. They outshoot their opposition quite a bit, but they can't put the puck in the net. They don't have the shooters right now. They're all injured.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing right now. And I mean, they already had a pretty weak offense without, Sagan and Ben. And now you have all those guys out of your lineup. It just makes your team even weaker. And especially going up against the Hurricanes, who Mrazek was, red hot before he got injured there. Which I was actually talking a lot about last stream there. A lot of goaltenders between the Oilers system and all that. Talking about how Smith is this year and how Mrazek coming back for the Hurricanes. I think honestly, I think they don't even need to pick up a goalie. I don't think Hurricanes almost need to do anything coming up towards this deadline. They could go with Mrazek and Nedeljkovic being your tandem, and then your rest of your core is pretty strong looking unless you get any injuries coming up towards you in these next couple games before the deadline.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'd rather see them. I'd really rather see them find a better goaltender, but there might not be one
Yeah,
out
but like,
there,
who do you pick
and
up,
that's
right?
real.
Like,
Yeah.
every
The only one that's going to be out there and it's going to be hot if they're willing to trade him is Bernier. Uh,
yeah,
and I would like. I mean, the guy has stopped. I thought last year, honestly, he was like, you could have. He was the best goaltender in the league,
mm-hmm.
or darn close to it, top three. So you could get him for probably, I don't know how much it's going to be because anybody who needs a goaltender is going to be looking for him, but nobody would be looking at him as a number one. And then Carolina, of course, they're very team orientated. I don't think they like the idea of bringing in a guy and then thwarting other guys that have been with the team.
Yeah.
So it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, probably not going to happen. And Nedeljkovic is certainly going to be their number one
Oh,
down the
without a
road.
doubt. I think Nedeljkovic can almost be the number one here very soon. And hey, Hockey News Report, how's it going, bud? How's
No,
your
sweet.
Sunday going? Yeah,
Awesome.
I think you know, I think Mrazek, I think he had a good start to the season. I think they could possibly go with Mrazek and Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic's numbers have been pretty solid this year. And I mean, yes, the Carolina Hurricanes defense is really good as well. Very good defense there in with the Hurricanes, but I think the Hurricanes can keep the roster the same. The problem is Tampa Bay. How well will they do against Tampa Bay? Should they bolster their team up, to face up against the Tampa Bay Lightning and make their team deeper than what the Lightning are? Because either way, you're most likely
Yeah.
going to have to face the Tampa Bay Lightning if you are able to get past Florida, or unless you're first place in the division, you're facing up against like Nashville. Hey, Caleb and the legend off the wall hockey's also in chat. Welcome, boys.
Ooh,
Hello,
the
hello.
goat. How you doing, guys? Awesome. Yeah, when it comes right down to it, if you want to win this year, it's less likely to go with that duo. But if Nedeljkovic is going to be your number one, he's going to have to get playoff experience
Yeah.
somewhere. So you're just gonna have to roll
I
with
think
it.
you roll with those two guys this year. Go with it. See
Yeah.
how well they do.
I, I think that's likely what they're gonna do. Mrazek isn't gonna get a contract next year. I don't know. Maybe they bring him back, but it's not going to be for what he's making now. He's going to have to make less. So, if nobody else is looking at Mrazek, then maybe you bring him back. But you tell him you're going to be the 1B.
Yeah.
Nedeljkovic is going to
Yeah.
be the number one.
So we're today we're gonna be doing some play-by-play on the Stars versus Hurricanes game. We're probably gonna get into game time here very soon, between the Hurricanes and the Stars. Like we were talking about, Mrazek is back in the net right now for the Hurricanes tonight, so that will be pretty exciting for them. Also, I made a little bit of a video a while ago on 5 players the Edmonton Oilers should pick up, and this guy, I don't know who he is or whatever, he said this. The Oilers should trade Hopkins. He's a nice guy, but maybe Nick Foligno or Cam Atkinson or Boone Jenner would be perfect replacements for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He's like, we can't afford Nuge, which I'm like, well, we could. We have 25, almost 30 million if we buy out Neil. Of salary cap this upcoming season. I don't see us trading away Nuge. I don't even think, I heard that there was some bad contract negotiations where the Edmonton Oilers handed him this 5-year contract that kind of
That's always the way it
blow him
is,
off the
though.
table, and everyone was like in the chat the other day, they're like, are you worried? I'm like, no. I'm like, you see this with every contract negotiation. Whenever you
Yeah.
negotiate with someone's gonna get upset by some offer that you put out there. Sometimes you don't hit the right target on it. Hey, diggity dig, you're gonna go
You
Stars
know what
go.
they did is they found somebody who's got a really good contract out there that has similar numbers to Hopkins,
Yeah,
and said, we'll pay you right around this area. Now, that guy, who I don't know who that is, probably got it about 2 years ago or something like that. And, they're lowballing, saying, we could be looking like here because this guy and the numbers and blah, 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 blah. And then Hopkins' agents going, well, that guy was signed 2 years ago. Not to mention, we're signing a contract for the future,
yeah.
and this
I don't
doesn't
see
even
I don't see Hopkins leaving.
so it's all part of the
It
negotiations. I
is.
don't see
I
him
mean, we've
leaving
seen
it.
that with Marner, right? He got angry as we're going to be getting into game time here between the Stars and the Canes. Mrazek in the net for the Canes and Ottinger in the net for the Dallas Stars as we get right into action as Ottinger right behind the net here for the Dallas Stars. Chips it over to Huskinainen. Chips it up the boards, and the Hurricanes right on the attack as they're trying to get the cycle going, but Alexiak has it now being plastered alongside of the boards, and the Stars not able to get it out as the Canes keep it in, but just slips outside the zone, and now it's all the way down. Natchez, he has now making a little spinning move over to Brady Shea, but it wasn't able to chip it in as the Stars dump it in, and now will be into the Canes area. They have it now, carrying it up the zone. I need to see these players' numbers again. I always forget some players' numbers. Is Natchez. That's offside, though, as the faceoff will just be right to the
They
outside.
got the lines all shuffled. The lines are all shuffled up again too for Carolina.
Yeah, and it looks the same thing for
Fa-
the Stars as well.
Faust is on the top
Yeah, I
line.
seen that on the thing here, which I don't think it's a bad idea. Throwing him alongside of Aho and
No,
Shvetnikov. I always say that guy's name's wrong.
Svechnikov. Yeah,
Shvetchnikov.
Svechnikov. He not having a great year this year as expectations
I mean,
were to
he's a
be for
young
him.
guy, so I
Yeah,
like.
I think people just thought he was going to, put really come out this year, but
Yeah,
doesn't look like
I
he's
mean,
hit
what
stride
is he?
this.
22 years old. I like.
Oh yeah, nothing to
No,
worry
I don't
about.
think it's nothing to worry about. I mean, maybe he's changed
Right.
with the system. Maybe he's becoming more of a defensive player. I haven't seen his analytics, but
Well, there's that too.
right,
Yeah,
because
I'm
that
sure. Because
slows down your offense play.
Brindamore is slowly becoming one of the more
Yeah.
defensive-minded coaches out
Oh, without a
there.
doubt.
So, mm.
As we're getting back in the action now, as the Hurricanes they chip it right back into the zone. As Andre Sekera, Oilers legend, carrying it up now for the Dallas Stars, chips it over. Mo as Rope Hintz also back in the lineup here for the Dallas Stars tonight. As number 13 chips it over to Robertson, he whips it in as Mrazek will stop it behind the net. Mrazek chips it out to Brady Shea. Oh, my stream. What are you doing?
Oh no.
There we go. I'm back. Sorry, my Sportsnet now is a little bit behind. We're got 17:42 left here in the first period between the Hurricanes and the Stars as they're looking to chip it out as they do. And it'll be picked up here by Huskinainen. He has it in his own zone, passes it over there to number 10 for the Dallas Stars and DeAndre as they try to chip it up. Hurricanes chip it back in. It'll be picked up here by DeLandre trying to chip it up the boards here, trying to get it out for the Stars, and they do. It'll be picked up here by number 23 of the Dallas Stars, Brock McGinn, as the Canes make a nice pass over there to Jake Bean as he chips it up. Brock McGinn wasn't able to receive it. Lots of back and forth here between the Dallas Stars. Nice chance here from Cogliano, and that just tips wide. And now that swings around the net. Behind the net is number 11 there for the Dallas Stars, and Andrew Cogliano as he has it there. And now it's all the way down the ice, and that should be icing here for the Canes.
Yeah, I'm quite a bit ahead of you, but you got to be impressed with the way Dallas has built up their youth to handle these injuries and stuff like that. They've got some very good players: Dickinson, Robertson. You just mentioned another young player there for Dallas as well. Yeah, somebody else too. You just mentioned.
DeLandre.
Delandria. Yeah, he was a 2017 first round or 16 or something like that.
Yeah, very good 2A player. I think he could be a very strong forward for the Stars as we're back in the action here. 16:30 left. Oh, trying to get a wraparound was Trocheck, but he got tipped off the puck, and now the Dallas Stars, they're on the attack. As Klingberg, he has it now, but got poked off the puck. Another good chance here from Jamie Benn trying to get it in there, but wasn't able to loosen control of the puck. As the Hurricanes now looking to get it out. Vincent Trocheck, who's having a great season this year, gets by. Hey, Cooper, how's it going, buddy? As a big hit there as well. As Trocheck throwing the body with everyone right now. And he still has control of the puck as he gets it up to the point. Fleury keeps it in. As now it's down low. Up to the point to Hamilton. Nice shot there, but that got tipped wide, I think. And now it's down below. Another big hit there from Shevchnikov. Always say his name wrong.
Just call him Svech.
Shevch. I know that's usually what I call him in the franchise most. Svech.
Svech, yeah. Everybody calls him Svech.
It's a tongue twister.
Svechnikov, yeah. Yeah. It's like Heiskanen. Why is his name pronounced like that? I don't know.
I always say Huskinainen. Or Hiskinen.
No, it's Heiskanen.
Heiskanen?
Heiskanen. Yeah, it's actually easy to say. Heiskanen.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Heiskanen. Yeah. Heiskanen, yeah.
With all the new players coming in the NHL, all new names. I have to learn.
Pretty solid, aggressive hockey so far, though, from both sides, right?
It is a very punishing hockey, especially Canes. Like, I've seen Trocheck, that one shift that he had there, he was banging all over the place. And the Dallas Stars, they chip it right back in. Hey, D-Nice, how's it going, bud? Who won the opening faceoff? I think it was the Stars who won the opening faceoff.
But he had a prop on the opening faceoff, did he?
As Alexiak, he chips it in. As now the Brady Shea, he'll have it now as he's being pressured alongside of the boards. As Natchez, he picks it up here. And now over to Shevch. He has it for the Hurricanes. Chips it over. And now Sebastian Aho gets it right back over to, I think that's number 21 there of the Hurricanes. Now it's over to Hayden Fleury as he has it in his own zone. Hayden Fleury behind the net, waiting, looking for an open seam here. Hayden Fleury chips it a little way up, trying to get it up to one of his teammates, is Niederreiter. He has it now. Nice shot there. Big block there. Ooh. As Niederreiter trying to get it on net. But Heiskanen makes a nice save there, or block there. There's Kiru. He has it now, trying to chip it up the boards. It's stopped up there. Try to chip it back in more. As Fogle, he has it now. Over to Ryder. Not able to get a shot off a stall. Gets it over to Fleury. Fleury, nice chance there. Wogo has it, but Oettinger gets way outside of his net. Ooh, a good chance here. Neil Ryder had a good opportunity there. Nice big shot there from Bean, but he misses wide. Bean gets it back, and now there's a penalty here for the Stars. As Bean, he has it now. As Fleury still has it back over to Bean. Bean over to Stahl. And oh my lord, Sportsnet now is not working for me today. As it's now over to 16. Vincent Trocheck holding on to it as my streaming service is lagging like a holy crow. What's going on, streaming service? My internet's not being very nice to me today.
Well, it's on commercial right now.
Well, delayed penalty there for the Dallas Stars. My streaming service is not working for some reason. Being weird. There we go. Oh, what am I drinking? I'm drinking some G Fuel. My raging gummy fish. It's called. It's pretty good.
Coffee for me.
Yeah, mine's like an energy drink, but it's just this stuff here. Nice little G Fuel. Gets me energized, ready to go. Even though my stream is my Sportsnet now is not performing too well for me.
Dallas in the penalty. That's the thing that's happening with Dallas now. They play hard, but they've got some guys that are like just a little slow of foot, so they end up hooking people and taking penalties at the wrong time and stuff like that.
Huskinen, that's not too bad.
They can't. When you watch Dallas, you can never say like they don't play hard or whatever. Like it's well coached. It's just if they had Sagan back and it'd be and Radulov.
Yeah, they just need that. That you're definitely missing Sagan a lot. I mean, without a doubt.
And Radulov, especially Radulov too.
Radulov's a very talented player. Like you're gonna miss those guys no matter what. They're big misses for the Dallas Stars. And as we're back from commercial break here between the Hurricanes and the Stars, hopefully my Sportsnet now will be a bit better. Ottinger did get the penalty for tripping, as 13:40 left here in the first. As Savech gets it over to Hamilton. Hamilton over to his teammate there, Naho, I think that was. Nice shot there. And now Jordan Staal right on the attack as Lindell. And now it's over to 24, and he sends it all the way down the ice for the Dallas Stars. As the Carolina Hurricanes, #1 in power play this year, absolutely dominant. And I think, Dougie Hamilton has such a big thing for that. If you have a very good defenseman that could be that, that big power, or that quarterback, it's just like in football. If you have a very strong quarterback and Tom Brady who knows where he, pass it to, you're going to have a very strong offense. And I think that's what the Carolina Hurricanes got going right now is Hamilton over to Savech. Over to Howe, sets it up over to Hamilton, back over to Hamilton again. Now down to Savech. He held onto it, tried to get it back over to Aho, but it wasn't able to. Hamilton keeps it in, tips it back over to Aho. And looks like that will be all the way down the ice as the Stars got a hold of that here with 55 seconds left here on this power play. As Mrazek.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Hamilton, and just great coaching, and they just have an air of confidence when they're on the power play.
They really are. Like, it seems like the Oilers, last year on the power play, they just seem very dominant. It seems like they're passing the puck a little bit too much right now, and it's sacrificing their play. But I like the way that this team plays with a lot of pace. The Carolina Hurricanes.
Yep. Very good at
as now.
They're very good at anticipating where players are going to be and all that sort of thing.
Now it's down below the new Niederreiter over to Pesce. Pesce, one-timer there to Beam, but that got blocked, and now Cogliano looking to get it down the ice here for the Dallas Stars. He's carrying it up. Chips it over to Rope Hintz, but Rope Hintz wasn't able to get a shot off as the power play is done here for the Carolina Hurricanes. Rope Hintz sets up Andrej Sekera, but wasn't able to. Oh, right open net, but he fanned on the shot as Alexiak now gets over to Hintz. Over to Sekera. He has it now. Up at the point, takes a nice shot. That bobbles a little bit, and that just misses wide. As now, number 17 here for the Dallas Stars, Camino. Gets it on the net. Kiro, he has it now. Chips it behind the net to Cogliano. He tries to get it over, but that'll be picked up here by Lawrence. I think that is number 71 there for the Hurricanes. Or Fast. That's Fast, I meant.
Fast, yeah.
No, what?
I don't know. I don't know numbers,
No.
so, but yeah, Fast.
I'm trying to figure out the numbers as we go along. Usually I'm able to after the first period, as it's back in the defensive zone here for the Hurricanes as they chip it down the ice. And that'll be picked up there by Ottinger, left there. But, ooh, Brock McGinn was right on the attack, but Ottinger was able to chip it out. And now the Stars are on the attack. Huskinen, he has it now here in the Stars, in the corner. Nice pass, but that just missed the target, as now it's in the corner. Trying to get around Camino, I think it is. No, number 37. Nice shot there from the point. Big save there by Mrazek. Rebound. There's a fight for the puck in front of the net. Now it gets up to the point. Over to Huskinen. Huskinen makes a nice move there on McGinn. Just lost a little bit of the control of the puck, but does take a nice shot. And Mrazek will freeze that one up after making a nice save from the point.
Yeah, that was Mrazek's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, they haven't really challenged him all that much, and that's kind of what been Dallas's issue is. They're getting shots on net, but they're shooting it right at the breadbasket of goalie.
I mean, I like the tips that they're getting on right now. Like, they're getting a lot of tips on the net right now. You know, shooting the puck. You know, they're doing pretty good. You know, the Dallas Stars right now. They're not getting a lot of high quality chances, but they got a couple. And same with the Hurricanes. We're halfway through the first, and you know, both of these teams had some pretty good chances. For the Canes on the power play. And the Stars right after that power play, they had a little bit of momentum killing that big penalty off. As we have another icing here on the Canes, as it'll be going right back down to have the face-off to the right of Mrazek.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's unfortunate for Dallas this year with all the injuries and stuff like that. It's pretty good chance they're not going to make it. I guess the one good thing out of it is they'll get a nice draft pick and just be able to redo it next year with an older. I mean, Sagan and Radulov are not getting any younger either, and neither is Pavelski. So
no, that's the thing. They are getting a little bit older. I think the Dallas Stars timeline is going to be very, very short here soon before they have that. That. I think the winning is already kind of closing here for the Dallas Stars, especially this year with all the injuries that they had from the last run that they went on. It kind of hindered them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Sagan played through ridiculous pain apparently.
I probably, as we're gonna get back in the action here as we got 9:22 left here in the first period. As Natchez makes a nice pass to her over to Trocheck and a nice shot there and a save there by Ottinger. And now John Klingberg, he chips it in there for the Dallas Stars as they go off for a change. And it'll be picked up here by Brady Shea. Brady Shea has it now in the Hurricane zone. He circles back, passes it over to Stahl, but that's turned over. 16 chips it over to Jason Robertson. The better Robinson of the two brothers. As he makes a nice play over there. Rope Hintz now has it. Rope Hintz. Brady Shea picks that one off. Brady Shea now. He chips it up. That'll be stopped there by number 5, Sekera, trying to break it in here for the Canes. He's being pressured here by Fogle. Chips it into the corner. Robertson was not knowing where the puck was at the time, and now the Hurricanes, they have it. Stahl wasn't able to get in deep as Hintz has it now. Over to 13 of the Stars. Robertson. He has it now for the Dallas Stars. Makes a nice pass over to Hintz as he chips it in. And now it's chipped it all around. Picked up here by Niederreiter. Niederreiter has it now, carrying it in. Oh, the Canes won the faceoff.
Yeah, I guess.
As Shea chips it in. And now it'll be picked up here by 23 over to Klingberg. Or that was this to Lindell. And now it's all the way down the ice, and that will not be icing. It'll be picked up here by Mrazek behind the net. And now Shevech. He chips it in. Picked up here by 71. Over to Jacob Slavin. Slavin chips it in here for the Hurricanes. Trying to fight for that. Shevech trying to get it in front of the net. Battling. He knocks over to Kiru. Shevech still has it. Over to Aho. Up to the point to Slavin. Slavin down to Fleury. Nice shot there and a nice save there by Ottinger. And now Kiru chips it over to Klingberg. Back over. And now they're trying to chip in a big hit there as Aho. He has it now. Chips it over to Savech. Savech up to Aho. Aho battling. Dellandrea gets pulled down there by Aho. He still has a handle of it as they chip it outside. As Savech makes a pass over to Hayden Fleury. Hayden Fleury, he has it now here for the Canes. He gets tripped down. And now it's over to Oleksiak as he's trying to chip it out here for the Dallas Stars. They're just getting absolutely hammed in right now. This is the second line that's out there for the Hurricanes. And the Stars are still stuck in their own zone. Klingberg's been stuck out there for a minute 34. What an opportunity there. Klingberg looking dead tired, trying to get it out. And they do. They finally get it out. Now it's all the way down. But the Hurricanes, quick transition game. Oh, what a hit! Oh, my Lord! What a hit by number 15 of the Dallas Stars. Absolutely hammering him. Oh,
that was
my
Lorentz,
Lord.
wasn't it? Oh, shoot. Just 1 sec.
No worries. What a hit. Lorentz got absolutely hammered by Blake Como. Hey, Twisted Wrister, how's it going, buddy? Panthers are simply sizzling right now. I love this Central Division race. Dude, I am as well. It's been a lot of fun. And big win. Or not a big win yet. What am I talking about? It has been a pretty fun game here between the Stars and the Hurricanes to start things off. It's been pretty competitive. Oh, man. It's been entertaining. We are in a commercial break right now, though. Do not worry. Ayo.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries. We're on commercial break between the Canes and the Stars after a big hit by Como, absolutely plowing over Lorentz. A huge hit.
Yeah, that was Lorentz, right? Yeah, I just smoked him.
Hey, that was kind of a dumb pass by Slavin, too.
Helmet goes flying.
Oh, my Lord. Absolutely flying.
There's two big guys. There'll be some fights now.
Oh, I think so.
If you can get a fight prop, this would be the time. This would be it right here.
Oh, without a doubt. Just messaged you on IG. Awesome about a possible collaboration. No need to read that now, but it's an offer. Yeah, I would totally take that up, bud. I've watched a couple of your videos before, and I would love to do a collab with you. I think that would be amazing.
Was that Twisted?
Yeah, Twisted Wrister, yeah.
I've offered to do one with Twisted before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have. The problem is now with my show and my Patreon and everything, I used to watch Twisted all the time, and now I don't have time to watch other people's stuff much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of in the same way. Like I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch too much hockey YouTube as much as I used to. I mostly just try to watch other things when I'm on my off time. But I try to watch a decent amount of, people around the community. I always enjoy other people's content. Twisted Wrister, I watched a couple of his. And then I watch Owen Krebs as well. He's really good. He does kind of the same videos I do with reviewing games. He does the Penguins, though. I know a couple. I know a couple other people that react to the teams. Like there's a St. Louis Blues fan that I know that reacts to the Blues all the time. Pittsburgh fan. I know a couple people. There's almost somebody for every team out there. As we're back in the action now, we got some 4-on-4 hockey right now. With 6:02 left here in the first period, as John Klingberg carrying it up the puck here for the Dallas Stars. He's looking around. Over to Robertson. He leaves it there for Oleksiak, I think that was. Over to Robertson. Robertson has that now. Looking to generate something. Back over to Oleksiak. Oleksiak has it now. He chips it into the corner. That'll be picked up by Hintz. Over to Robertson. Robertson has it now. Over to the point to Klingberg with a minute left here on the 4-on-4. And it chips it in. That's right out of play. With 5:32 left here in the first period. A lot of passing here for the Dallas Stars. I don't know why they're not taking, that was, I think, their first shot of that little offensive zone action that they had there. as we're heading back off to another commercial break here. And also, thank you, Diggity Dig, for the compliment there, my man. Appreciate it a ton. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well if you haven't already. That'll be very much appreciated. Also, check out my man, Pearl of Wisdom. His links are all down in the description below. He's a great guy. I do lives with him as well, as he goes live from Monday to Friday, from 1 to 3 Mountain Time, 3 to 5 Eastern. It's a lot of fun. Mostly a lot of, picking teams and seeing who they win. If you're into betting and all that stuff, that's a lot of fun there. And honestly, just chatting hockey as well. That's usually what me and Perlo do when we jump on there.
Yeah, and once you're at a school, we're gonna do some just straight hockey talk for like 2 hours, right?
That's what I'm waiting
Yeah.
for.
But for my show now, Hockey News Reports, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I commented on your, if he's still there, I hope he's still there. I commented on his. We're going to work out a system now where we keep track of the points.
Oh yeah.
So we know we have people at bragging rights, and then we're going to try to work on some swag to eventually give to somebody for prizes.
Well, that'd be cool. Well, maybe when I'm done school, I'll have to help you keep track of all the points.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like I said, we'll do some straight hockey talk, 2 hours stuff.
I'm excited to start doing some more stuff for just the channel and honestly just about everything. I'm really excited for the future of everything. As we're gonna be getting back into the game here between the Canes and the Stars. It's been pretty high octane action. A lot of big heavy hits. It's been some fast, hard hockey between these two teams as there's a face-off to the right of Mrazek as Trocheck not getting kicked out, but he did go a little too late as a minute left here on the 4-on-4 action as Trocheck looking to take the face-off, and a face-off win here for the Canes, but Jamie Benn was right on the jump and he picks up the puck now. Jamie Benn, he gets pulled off the puck there. Now Heiskanen makes a nice pass over to Alexiak. Alexiak now. He has it now. Over to 37 of the Stars. Chips it over to Heiskanen. Tries to chip it up, but that got turned over. The Canes. Shevech. Great chance. Oh, and Trocheck. Yeah. Trying to bat that one down. That was actually Pesci who shot the puck there. It's Brady Shea. He has it now. Trying to get to the front of the net, but wasn't able to. Trocheck. He has it now for the Canes. Leaves it there for Aho, but that got poked away. But Heiskanen, as he has it in his own zone. Heiskanen with 13 seconds left here on the 4-on-4 action. That's number 16 here for the Dallas Stars, carrying it up. Joe Pavelski being pulled down here by Jake Benn. Good defensive play. Ball there in the corner now, trying to get it out as Hayne Fleury chips it over to Jordan Staal. Staal here with 4:30 left here in the first period, and we're done on the 4-on-4 action as we get back to even strength hockey, or 5-on-5 hockey now. Klingberg, he has it now. Makes a nice pass over to Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski being hauled off the puck there, chips it over to Fleury, and now it's over to 71 of the Hurricanes. And now it's over to Niederreiter, chips it up, and now it's back in the own zone. Fleury chips it over to Staal. Staal chips it in here for the Hurricanes as Klingberg will be picking it up. The shots are 9-3 between the Stars and the Canes right now. Some pretty good action here as Cogliano chips it in. And a fight there for the puck. 49 here of the Stars battle in there as Cogliano, he has it now. Chips up to the points, or up to the point, and now chips it behind the net as Jacob Slavin looking to get it. And he will. Pysyk also there. Oh, and Cogliano gets a shot off as he got pushed down. Nice play there as Martinuk. He chips it up. It was not able to get it to 71 as now it's all the way down the ice. And now Sekera, he has it. Chips it up. Nice long pass, and the Stars will chip it in. Mrazek will stop behind that net here with 3:15 left here in the first period as Jacob Slavin has it behind the net here for the Canes. He makes a nice long pass, chips it up. And now Alexiak being pressured alongside of the boards, trying to get it out. And they're able to. Camino trying to get it in. But was not able to as Trocheck gets it over to Martinuk. Martinuk rings out right off the post. What a chance there as Tanner Kiru getting pressured here as Huskinen gets pulled off the puck. Good chance there from the Canes, but that got blocked. And now the Stars looking to break it back down the ice as he chips it in. Kumo, he trips it over, but Natchez picks it up. And now Trocheck gets over to Natchez. He has it now. Natchez takes a shot, but that got blocked. And now it'll be picked up here by Klingberg. Klingberg makes a nice move as he's carrying it up here for the Stars. Klingberg going through the neutral zone into the zone here for the Stars. Nice shot there and a save there by Mrazek here with 2:15 left.
Yeah, that was not much going on net on either side, although Carolina's getting more of the shots, but they're just playing Carolina's playing that normal, like their normal, like mathematical type game where everything has a purpose.
Yeah, really is.
Yeah, it's you can see it like when you watch them. Everything is intentional. There's a point to every move and everything. It's like a chess match almost the way they play.
It really is. It's been a fun game between these two teams as the face-off win here for the Stars as Pavelski tried to get a shot off and that went right out of play. Peyton and Coach Frenchie from Hockey Nation live show, huh? Or my hockey guys. Nice. Hope you grow up big, Peyton. Oh, thank you, bud. Thank you. Coach Frenchie's a good guy, knows his stuff. Oh, that's cool. Bit of an accent, though. I've never heard of the guy.
I don't know those guys. I never heard of Hockey Nation live either, have you?
No, I don't think so. Is he on YouTube? Or is he on TV? As Jordan Stahl got sticked high there, but no penalty on the play as they break it in. Slavin trying to break it in here for the Hurricanes. Is that drink spike, Peyton? No, I think it's just my Sunday tiredness. I was partying a little too late last night, so I'm still a little tired from last night. If I do sound like I'm stuttering my words. As chips up here. Joe Pavelski keeps it into the zone, though. And now Slavin, he has it behind the net. As the Hurricanes looking to chip it out. As Fogle, he chips it in here for the Canes. Hey, Linebot, how's it going, bud? As it's in the corner fight there for the puck as the Stars looking to get it up, but they weren't able to. McGinn tried the center, but no one was there. Shea, nice shot there and saved their Bodiger. Lawrence got right to the front of the net, but was not able to capitalize on it. And now Shea, he has it now here for the Canes. Looking to make some news. Nice shot. And now it's tipped into the corner. Lawrence over to Shea. Brady Shea now chips it around. And then it's picked up here by Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn's being pressured alongside of the boards. Trying to get it out, but that's chipped right back. And here picked up by Pysyk. And they chips it up, and now it's a battle between Gurionov and a big win here for Shea, but just about turn it over again. And now, oh, he's on YouTube and quite new. Oh, okay. That's probably why I haven't heard of him yet. As Gurionov chips it in here. And now it'll be stopped behind the net by Mrazek here with 27 seconds left here in the first. Brady Shea as he looks to break it out. Nice long pass over to Trocheck. Vincent Trocheck now being pressured here by Huskinen. He leaves it there, but now the Stars have a handle of it here with 13 seconds left. Pesce over to his defensive partner and Fleury. Back over to Pesce. Pesce now long pass down the boards. I've been seeing a lot of those passes from the Stars. It's like they're Hail Marying it. I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
As the end of the first is now here. Oh my God, Stahl all bloodied up from that high stick. Oh my Lord.
That was from his own player.
No, I don't think so. I think it was, wait, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it was from his own teammate. Nope, that was from Pavelski. Oh no, Hamilton high stick Pavelski, and then Pavelski high sticked.
That's not what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. Hamilton high stick Pavelski, and Pavelski high sticked Stahl there. That's funny.
Go Caps in
Hey, go Caps. How's it going, buddy? He's down in Florida, big Habs and Panthers fan. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. So no goals in the first period, pretty quiet. Lots of physicality going in the first period, though, which was pretty exciting between the Canes and the Stars. I'm liking the competitiveness between these two teams as well. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to slap that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. If you haven't already, also make sure to go check out my man Perlo Wisdom. He's an amazing guy. His link will be down in the description below. I usually do live streams with him from 3 until 5 Eastern Standard Time. We do some a lot of fun stuff. Usually we get lost in the time and we babble on about, who's the best defenseman in the league, or
Yeah.
what a team should do, or we'll talk about 2005 playoffs and how Edmonton Oilers almost won the cup or whatever it may be. We talk about.
Twisted is asking if Pavelski can go into playoff mode to get the Stars the coveted fourth seed. I think it's asking a lot for a guy his age to be doing that in this environment that they're in right now, and you're playing back to backs and 4 games a
Yeah,
week and all of that stuff like that. I mean, it's Pavelski. He's done amazing things in his career, so you never know. But it would be a very miraculous feat for him to do that at his age, in this environment now. I
yeah.
would think.
I think there's a possibility that the Stars can make it in, especially with how that division is right now. The Nashville Predators only have 41 points. I mean, they've been red hot lately, but Chicago's been going downhill with 39. And you got the Stars who, have a couple games in hand right now and 36 points. I mean, this is a big game tonight that they need to win. If they win this game, then they get, closer to the Nashville Predators. I think it's a possibility, but it's going to be large part to do with how well Pavelski plays, with how well their defense plays, and, how Jason Robertson continues to do, and Gurionov and Ken Rope-Hintz, help out Pavelski. There's going to be lots of things with the Dallas Stars, but I think there's a possibility. Hey, Leafs fan,
Yeah,
how's it going, bud?
yeah, of course there's a possibility. I just don't think the likelihood is very high. I put. Then again, I mean, I think it's very possible that that was one hell of a hit. They're showing it again. That's going to be that hit's going to be in the hit of the year or plays of
Oh,
the year for quite
without a
some time.
doubt.
That was enormous. Just like the one on Hornquist when put him out for a
Yeah,
while there.
yeah.
That was huge. From on Zadorov. Holy crap. Uh, but I think the Blackhawks could fade down the stretch with the young players they have. Most of those players like Pius Suter, and they haven't played like again in this environment, even in the NHL alone. But this is even more than the NHL this year.
hmm
You're playing way more games in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, and I mean that's the
Um,
thing with
I,
everyone too, right? Like I think in that division, that last spot can go to basically anyone. Anyone who's gonna catch a
yeah,
flame here in the next little bit is gonna take that spot.
don't forget about Nashville. I mean, their team chemistry has just come together like really quick.
Yeah, and they're missing a
Oh,
ton
look
of
at
people
that.
right now too.
Yeah, like they were doing that. Well, without Forsberg, like their best play besides
Duchesne's not in
Yossi,
there
I
as
guess.
well.
Ellis, Duchesne,
Yep.
Forsberg. Those are pretty big names to not have in your lineup, and you're winning. Uh, Saros was out for a while, and he's ever since he's come back, he's been awesome. So yeah, Nashville. I mean that division, at least for the fourth spot, is pretty open.
It is. It is very open. Like it's just gonna go to whoever's gonna be the hottest team at the time. And diggity dig, I did not hear Yager is possibly coming back. I heard. I did see like an April. I seen an April Fools or April 1st Fools joke about it though, about him signing back with Pittsburgh. I don't think Yager will come back. He's playing in like beer league, like a beer league in the Czech there. So I don't think
He's
he.
playing. He's playing on a team that he
Yeah,
owns.
so I don't think Yager's gonna be coming back anytime soon. He's done in the NHL. His last year there,
49.
he's old.
He's he's 49 now.
He's not
48.
gonna be able to come back and play. No team is gonna take him right now, especially with how the NHL is right now and how it's a fast game right now. And you're seeing by this Dallas Stars Hurricanes game right now. Look how fast paced it is. Like we're seeing, the Hurricanes defense sling it right up the ice, and we're seeing some big high octane hits. As it's been a good game so far. As the Florida Panthers, they beat out the Blue Jackets 3-0 there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So
Had the under and I had Florida
it's a
there,
big
so
win there for
perfect.
the Panthers.
Yeah, Yeah, no, that's the Panthers are a pretty impressive team.
I think Bill Zito
Just
wins the
like
GM of the year,
uh,
honestly.
well, I don't think how who else could it be?
I don't know.
Chicago. I mean, but that's they talked
But even
about.
Chicago's kind of gone
Uh,
downhill, and they didn't do like too much. They lost more than what they brought in. It's just a lot of development. Bill Zito legit brought in Weinberg. Um, I mean, he traded away Hito
yeah,
Stroza, Weinberg, Duclair, Verhage. You know, Radko Gudas,
when
Newt Navarro built up that entire defensive core.
Wenberg playing for the Columbus, and then he brought over Nudavara from Columbus as well, which was really smart to help people understand where Bobrovsky used to be at. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Bringing those players over there, the players they can tell the other players like this is how Bob likes you to be here and stuff like that. That was a really smart move. Really smart move.
I really like the way that they're going about things right now. Weinberg needed a new home, and he's finding that with with the Florida
With
Panthers,
Florida.
and I mean we see that with a lot of young players, and I think the greatest example I'm really excited to see. The future of Calgary right now is another team that I think if you trade away a couple of those players away, you know, are gonna do good on other teams like Bennett and
I don't think they're trading away Bennett
no,
on this.
I don't know what they're gonna do there in Calgary, but Quenneville should get some
Dean,
credit for the Adams. Yeah, I think so as well. Uh,
Dean Evison, yeah, Dean Evison. If they
yeah,
make
Demon
if
Evanson
they,
as well. Dean Evanson's been
and I
great.
think I'll always trump. I know he won't win it because it appears that the reason why they're winning so much is because of Lankinen, but Colaton is a brilliant coach, and he's going to win his share of Coach of the
Oh, I think
Years.
so too. I don't think it's this year. I think it's gonna be a race
No,
between.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
it's
gonna
this year either.
be Quenneville, Evanson.
Paul Maurice.
Yeah, you could put Paul
Paul
Maurice
Maurice has
there.
done, but if the Paul Maurice is going to have trouble winning it too because when you have a Hellebuck on your team,
But
everybody
I
thinks
think
it's
I
the
think it's gonna either go to Quenneville or Evanson. I feel like it's gonna go one of those two guys because Minnesota was never expected to do this good this year. Like this year, like Steven Evanson has like transformed that Minnesota Wild team without a doubt.
yeah. That's why last year in the playoffs, I actually chose Minnesota to beat Vancouver in the playoffs last year in the first
Yeah.
round because of how Dean Evison had really got that team going. I thought LA would have moved a little more forward than they did, so I had LA taking out, beating out Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
but I was incorrect. I think, and I even said it when I said that. I'm like, probably not the wisest move. It's just LA played right out of their, a play over their heads for what they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Velarde was going to be more of a
Yeah, you were
player
really
this year.
hoping that Velarde was gonna really blow up, and
I wasn't really hoping. I really believed he would. He looked fantastic, but he hasn't looked the same this year.
thanks, go Caps, and Hubert is one of my favorites in the NHL. Yeah, he's definitely really. I mean, Barkov and Huberto were always good. It's just they just didn't have a good team, and now they actually have, a bit of a competent team there. So it's exciting to see what Florida's doing because Oh,
Uh,
did you delete some of the messages there, go Caps? All right, that's all right, bud. That's okay. I already read most of the messages, anyways. Anyways, yeah, I think it's gonna be either Quenneville or Everton. Winning that. Quenneville did a great job, transforming the Florida Panthers because I never expected them to do this good this year. Same with how well Minnesota, that Minnesota Wild Vegas Golden Knights game that I did on Thursday there. The way that Cam Talbot played, if you watch that game, was amazing. Like the moves, I know a lot of you guys were like, "Oh, Bill Guerin and Cam Talbot." I don't think Cam Talbot will do very good there. But you're looking at the numbers for Cam Talbot's career. The only time he ever did bad was that year where he went, and it was a horrible year for Edmonton defensively, and he had some really bad numbers and went over to Philly, and he did pretty bad in Philly, and then went to like what was it, Calgary, and had some good comeback numbers. And when he went over to Minnesota, I'm like, this is going to be just such a steal move because they had Capel Kakkonen there. I didn't expect Capel Kakkonen to do this good this year, the way that he's been playing, though. He's been absolutely amazing.
I'm not really surprised because what I saw of him, I thought this guy's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
gamer for
Well, without a
sure.
doubt.
But I'm not surprised Talbot is doing well. I am a little surprised he's doing this well though. Like he's stealing games on quite the regular
Yeah,
basis right now.
I
So
mean, yes, the defense is good there in Minnesota, but man, the way that I seen Talbot legit won that game for the Minnesota Wild, the paddle save that he made and legit sprawling across to make another save on a breakaway. Talbot was amazing
uh,
during that game, and he's really been a big lifesaver. Talbot for Vezina. There, I mean, there's a possibility, but the amount of games he's played, he probably won't get the Vezina. They might.
he's not
I
going to
think
get he's not going to get the
they
games
could
in.
get the William M. Jennings between Talbot and Capel Kakkonen. I could see them getting the William M. Jennings, especially if they keep that goals against average down low.
Yeah. I think what is it going to go to? It's either Vasilevsky. Uh, Now, Hollabuck started bringing it around again, but his numbers aren't quite good enough yet, I don't think, off the top of my head. Flurry and Lankinen. Honestly, Lankinen has been insane. That nobody has won more games straight up for his team than Lankinen this year.
Yeah, Lankkinen's been pretty damn good for the. I mean, that's really the only good goalie they have. I'd like to see the goalie
Yeah,
stats actually. I mean, Flurry, Marc-Andre Fleury is definitely going to
yeah. Marc
be.
Andre Flurry.
So
Yeah,
I think the people, Grubauer has to be on that list.
yeah.
Grubauer's been having a
I
nutty
keep on.
season. Vasilevsky, Halabuik, out of everyone else, like compared to, I think your top three right now would be Grubauer, Vasilevsky, and Marc-Andre Fleury. Because Halabuik has good numbers, but his goals against average is really bad with 253. He still has a 920 save percentage, which is amazing and still great. But compared to, Fleury with the 924, Vasilevsky with the 932, and Grubauer with the 929, it's pretty hard to compare.
Yeah,
And Mike Smith up there as well with 919.
we'll see if Flurry's able to hold on to that. Now that Laner's back, I don't know if Flurry's going to play as many games either. So he might not get as many games in as
But
Grubauer, who
honestly,
really has
he's
nobody.
already played 26 games, right? I mean, there's not going to be that like there's only, you know, what is it like now 19 18 games left for the Vegas Golden Knights. You split that in half between both of the goalies. Fleury's still going to get a
Yeah,
decent amount. He's still
yeah,
with the amount
but
of games.
if you got somebody like Grubauer's playing just about every
Yeah.
game, that he could end up having so many more games
Yeah.
that with the same kind of numbers, or Vasilevsky for that matter. I mean, Tampa Bay at the moment, uh, like they wince when they put McElhaney in. I don't even know why Gibson went in today. Like, why didn't McElhaney go in today? Anybody know? I never even heard.
I don't
Like
know.
you got to be really desperate to be putting Gibson in because Gibson hasn't been able to do well in the NHL his whole
No,
career.
he's been bouncing all around. He's an AHL goalie. That's what he truly is.
Yeah,
Every time he's looked into be in the NHL, he hasn't really performed too well. So
Ovi is one of my faves just because of the, well, I mean, just because of the way he plays. People don't think of him as a power forward, but he is. He's a power forward and put
yeah,
up.
Ovi was one of my favorites. I was always a big fan of both Crosby and Ovi when I was younger. I was a big fan
Mhm.
of Crosby, and then Ovech. I like the both of them. I know, like I seen that Dubinsky thing. I think it's just Dubinsky hating on Crosby because they did have, they had so many rivalries going up against each other, and Dubinsky wasn't able to do anything against Crosby, and and in that video that got shown about Crosby getting butted like the butt of the stick to the face or whatever, and people were like, oh, calling him a whiny, and I'm like, if you really look at the video close where Bergeron gets that stick up high, he did get that stick up high on Crosby and did nick him. So of course, as a reaction, of course you're gonna bail, and you're trying to get a penalty for your team even if you are whiny. I would just like to see people play
Yeah.
hockey and, be in that
Well,
same
even
predicament.
but on the same note, I mean, we're seeing McDavid every day, and look at all the crap that he
And
get
that's the
that
thing.
doesn't
I
get
know.
that doesn't get called for him. And
Yeah.
the same thing happened with
Mm-hmm.
Crosby. Let's be fair here. He didn't get calls
No,
a
and
lot, a
that's why
lot.
he complains about it, and then fans, call him, a pussy. But the thing is, he's not, and I hate how fans, be like, oh, he's a pansy, and I'm like, well, the rest should just follow, the rule book, and if they were to just follow the rule book, we wouldn't have things like what McDavid did, like when McDavid, elbowed Kotkaniemi in the face, all the Canadians and everyone's like, oh, this he needs to get suspended. I'm like, are you kidding me? He was following through with a hit and hit him in the face. I'm like, that's a $5,000 fine. That's not a suspension. And I'm like, I hate how we're still talking about this. And then they showed like the Stevenson elbow, and I was like, I seen it, and I'm like someone, or I think it was like the Slapshot Sweethearts or whatever, and I replied back because I was like, I think the Stevenson hit, without a doubt, it's a suspension because the severity of the hit. But McDavid's hit, it wasn't even that bad. It was a little elbow to the
Yeah,
face. You fine him $5,000, and that's fine.
yeah. I don't think Crosby and McDavid are the ones
No,
that should
no,
have to be.
Crosby's not a
Wait a sec.
crybaby. Crosby's not a crybaby,
What
man.
he did, I wouldn't call him a
You okay?
crybaby,
You look at
but
it.
he used to, he complained a lot about what was
Yeah,
happening. But the fact of the matter was, it's not a baby because it was
yeah.
happening.
Well, okay,
There, he was
yeah.
getting hooked and stuff more than everybody
Yeah,
else,
and
just like
he was a
McDavid,
he
just
was
like Mc,
headhunted all the time. If you read about him playing in the queue, he was a very talented player, and everyone headhunted him. Remember when he got nailed by Steckel, and everyone was calling him a crybaby because he had a concussion? I don't think he's a crybaby. He,
No, I don't think so either. I don't think he should be the one complaining though. The people that should be complaining are the
yes,
teams.
it's a rough.
The teams should
Mm-hmm.
be telling the league, we got to let our great players play, and they're not. And this goes for Ovechkin too. This isn't just Crosby. Ovechkin's had it. Like if Ovechkin gets a step on someone, people that were all over Ovechkin. He didn't
Yeah.
should have, because something has to be done about it. And Carolina just scored.
It's part of the game. Oh, dude, Carolina just score. All right, well, we are back in the action here between the Canes and the Stars, but I don't think Crosby is a crybaby. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have some people that complain about the game, and it's all a part of hockey. It is, and it depends on what type of person you are. But Crosby, I mean, if you're gonna get targeted, I'm sorry, but if players are targeting me, I'm gonna complain about it. As there we go, Martinook gets a big goal there for the Stars. What a beautiful snipe! As the Hurricanes go up 1-0 here to start the second period off.
What's that? Nietzsche, Trocheck, and Martinook
Yeah, it's a nice
line.
line. I like it. It's a nice little
Yeah.
pass there from Trocheck over to Martinook, and a beautiful snipe there by Martinook. The worst part of being a Leafs fan is the good seasons and bad playoffs. I may be a Pens fan, no joke. Yeah, it's tough being a fan
I,
just in
I'm
general.
I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan.
I'm
So
an Oilers fan,
I'm
so
not saying this because I'm some sort of Penguins fan. I'm saying this because it's true. We need to let our star players play. And far too often it seems that they try to make it fair,
hmm
where the star players, like if you don't hook McDavid, he's going to score how many goals this year?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. If you don't hook him, he's gonna score way more than what he can.
He's gonna it's gonna be ridiculous,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
That's
It's just the
the thing,
NHL, and
and I think that's what the NHL is afraid of is that we've got some guys on some teams that are so ridiculous
hmm
that it's almost not even fair.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the Hurricane or you look at a lot of other leagues and how they do with their superstars, like especially, the NFL, they do a really big job of trying to, protect the superstars in that league. NHL, I feel like, is one of the worst leagues at protecting you know, it's big superstars with McDavid and Crosby. I mean, you look at the multiple plays that, you know, people headhunted Crosby. And yeah, you could say that Crosby's a crybaby, but when you are getting headhunted, you could complain about it and be a baby about it. I'm sorry. But I'm going to complain about it if players are hooking me and jabbing me and trying to get me going. Yeah, I'm going to complain about it.
Yeah, getting that kind of attention is fine. People are going to pay attention to you. But the league not calling calls that they would call on somebody else,
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
McDavid doesn't get calls that if it was done to somebody else, they would call it. There's no doubt about it. Ovechkin too, and Crosby, these superstar guys in the NHL, the Barzal, all of them.
Hmm.
They make because they have way more speed than everybody else, so they end up getting hooked down, and they're like, and referees are like, well, he's got, what else are we going to do? It's going to be like 5-0 if we don't
Yeah,
call
and,
that
that,
on.
and that's why they don't call a lot of penalties. And also for when you're a good player, you get that kind of attention. Just drop the gloves. I mean, yeah, you could definitely say yeah, drop the gloves. But if you're like McDavid, do you really want like as a team, especially in a competitive sport, like if you're playing, you know, beer league, whatever. If some player wants to fight you, whatever. It's beer league hockey, or you know, if you're a midget hockey, playing minor league hockey, and you know you are a big attention, whatever. But for the you know, in the NHL, you don't want to see McDavid or Draisaitl or Crosby, you know, get into fights. So those are your star players. You don't want to miss them for, you know, 5 minutes. You don't want that. The high
Yeah,
stick
and I
yesterday
mean,
on
it
Crosby is
was a
so
little
brutal.
different back in the day because if you were doing that, like Wayne Gretzky had, will tell you now, he had way more room back then. Because
Yeah.
if you started hooking him and grabbing at him and stuff like that, McSorley would freaking drop you. He would just drop you. Like he didn't care if you got a 5-minute, 10-minute misconduct. He would just drop you. That's it.
Yeah, and Go Caps
So
has put it perfectly. Tom Wilson is more of a crybaby, even though I like him. Yeah, even you could be even a big fighter, and you could still be a crybaby as well. And you know, I always hate when people call people crybabies because it's a tough game. Even if you know get into something
Wilson is
physical.
trying to get into people's heads though, and
Yeah,
maybe Crosby was too, actually.
yeah, you
So
never
give him
know. I
that.
mean, you look at Brendan Dubinsky.
Crosby's yapping at people to get
Dubinsky,
the
he still hates Crosby to this day. And
yeah.
if Crosby's in your head, then I mean we've seen it before on paper how many times Crosby beat Dubinsky, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah. And not only that, Crosby. I mean, he's no fun to play against, and he when he's on the ice, he does act like an arrogant jerk. Don't get me wrong, he does because he's good and he wants to piss you off,
Yeah.
and that's what you're supposed to do. So he was really good at it. I actually sometimes wish McDavid was more like that, but it's not in his personality to be like that. So yeah,
No.
it is what it is. But yeah, he was he Crosby tried to piss you off. There's no doubt about that.
But I mean you're seeing a little bit more physicality from McDavid nowadays as well. But we'll get back in the action here since we've been talking about Crosby. And oh, what a great chance there from Nate, just missing wide here with
Just
15:30
missed it.
left on the second period as they're starting to cycle here pretty good. Nate just another great chance there and a save there by Ottinger. What a great save there. My Nats play you guys on the 19th, I think. Oh, the Blue Jays? Woo, the Blue Jays and the Nats. I would draw Crosby, no doubt. I mean, yeah, most people would want to hit the big superstar. But
Nats. Oh yeah.
but I'd
Watch out for the. Don't sleep on the Jays this year, man. They're going to be
oh man,
freaking
they've
solid.
got a big win against the Yankees. They beat them 2 out of 1 times this past series. They got a big win.
They're they're going to be solid this time.
Oh,
This
without a
year.
doubt. As face off to the right of Jake Ottinger, and they get the face off win. Shea, nice shot there, and that just misses wide. As Pesci keeps it into the zone. Who scored for the Canes? Jordan Martinook scored it for the Canes right off the get-go to start the period off. Is 20-7 for shots with 15 minutes remaining here in the second period. It's been amazing. All right, see you in 10 there, Leafs fan. As Savech grinding there with Alexiak in the corner. As Savech fast now. He has now kicks out to Sebastian Aho. Aho gets over to Shea. Shea, nice shot. Saved there by Oninger as Pesci keeps it in. Savech gets it now in the corner. Gets it as fast. Wasn't able to as Aho, he has it now. Gets over to Svechnikov. Great chance. And a save there by Oninger. As he wasn't able to get that full power off. And now it's all the way down the ice. And Brady Shea, he has it now with Jimmy Benn pressuring him. Shea makes a nice long pass. Trying to get down. And still able to get it to Niederreiter. After getting tipped a little bit as Niederreiter. He turns that one over. And now Camino. He has it here for the Stars. Nice shot and a save there by Mrazek. He almost fumbled it a little bit as well. And a nice save there for the Canes here with 14-16 left here in the second period.
Yeah, Canes are really owning the possession quite a bit there. They're only allowing shots from the outside. They're making it really easy for Mrazek in this game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely your stereotypical Stars game where you see a lot of shots and you don't see a lot of shots against the other team. It's just one of these games for the Stars where I think it's going to be 50 shots for the Canes. You already have 20 shots and you're not even midway through the second. It's gonna be a painful night here for the Stars, I feel, tonight.
I think so too. They're getting outplayed all over the ice. They're trying their best too. That's the bad part, actually.
I feel like this is one of the games where like the talent, the amount of talent the Canes have is just gonna be overpowering for the Stars.
Just too overpowering. Yeah, they have way more wheels. And just the system in general is more advanced for the Canes. Yeah, remember, these guys have been playing, they've kept this team together for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a lot of the same players for like 3 years. And they're really learning, like playing in a almost automatic system where it's almost like it's so automatic for them.
It is.
I'm trying to remember the word, but I'll use automatic for now until it comes.
That'll be icing there for the Canes.
Instinctive. That's it.
Don't get me wrong. I like Crosby. I think he's a great player, but I would still go after him because I know he would cry about it. Yeah, I mean, that's what most teams, try to do, right? Like, that's the biggest thing in hockey, right? Is, try to get in the heads of that certain player. It's a big psychological game, especially hockey. It's a lot of psychologically. It's like UFC, right? If you get into that person's head, you have an advantage, right? Especially in hockey. I mean, if you get one of their players pissed off, kind of like what McDavid was in the Montreal game where he took that that penalty on Kotkaniemi for elbowing there, right? The Canadiens was getting into his head because he was getting frustrated that he couldn't do anything. So you get in the head of that big superstar, you could shut them down and possibly shut their entire team down. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if the league's going to let you do stupid stuff like that, then
yeah, go for it. I mean,
you're going to do it. Like Len Sather used to say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So, yeah, people are going to do that. So, no doubt about it. Like I said, I don't think Crosby should be the one to have to complain and blah, blah, blah. It should be the teams. The owners of the teams,
but you know what the thing
should be telling the league that this is crap.
With the Penguins, though, like I don't think the people have been focusing on Crosby so much. Like, yeah, of course they're going to focus on him, but I think the biggest target there in Pittsburgh right now is Brandon Tanev. Man, he is pissing off so many people with his big hits.
He's doing a good job of it.
He's distracting, the greasy players away from Sidney Crosby because Tanev is going out there and doing that stuff, and I think that's what you need from when you build a team. You need to have that pesky player, and I think that's why Rutherford paid Tanev for the amount he did and for the term that he did.
$3.5 million
and
for 5 years.
I thought it was a dumb deal at first, but I like the deal now. I really do.
I didn't mind it. I just thought it was high considering their cap space.
Yeah.
But those kind of guys, like look at the Islanders with Clutterbuck and Cizikas and Martin. I mean, that's a fantastic line. Like it's legendary. It's probably one of the best fourth lines ever. And Tanev is in that wheelhouse of those type of guys, and he can actually score more than them. So
We
Yeah,
are.
there's just imagine if he was still in Winnipeg with Lowry and
Oh
freaking
Lord.
Appleton. Holy crap, that would have been insane.
We are back from commercial break though, as it's in the Hurricanes' defensive zone as Guryanov trying to get it from Shea, but now it's up near the boards. Ben tried to get on the net, but a big block there by Shea. Still fighting for the puck as Shea gets it back now. Being hammered there as Guryanov gets up to the point, but they were not able to keep it in. And now Ottinger's out there to get the puck here for the Stars, gets it back. And now they look to get it out once again. They keep it inside. Nice pass over to Esa Lindell. He keeps it there for Jamie Benn. Tries to get it over to Lindell. Nice chance here. Nice save there by Mrazek as Shea. He wraps around, but Heiskanen keeps it in. Benn from the point. Slap shot, and it gets right out of play. If you live in Eastern time, then my White Sox start at 8:37. Oh, yeah, so that would be 6:37 my time. So here in a little bit. You love Adam Eden? Yeah, isn't he a center fielder there for... I know he was a center fielder there for the Nats. I haven't been in baseball for a while now, not until this season. This season, I'm getting back into baseball now, and I'm just starting to dip my toes back into the Blue Jays again. I watched the home opener there, but I haven't been able to watch too much more than that.
Yeah, I'm
As
pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about the Jays this year. I think they're going to be
Yeah,
great.
I'm pretty excited about them too. I'm thinking about making reaction videos on them sooner or later. Probably not this year, but next year I'm hoping to start doing reaction videos on the Blue Jays.
Now that we got a couple fielders.
Hey, hot take hockey. How's it going, buddy?
Oh,
The
there we
legend,
go. The goat
the
two.
goat.
The goat two. How you doing, hot take?
As we're back in the action. Jake Bean here, and 12 left here in the second period. As they're in the zone now, trying to chip it out. Alexiak chips it up the boards. Battle there in the corner here. Alexiak pushing it up alongside of the boards. Lorenz and Alexiak trying to dig it out as it gets it out. Huskinen trying to grab a hold of it. Kiru chips it up here, but kept in here by Fleury. Go Giants, go. Nice. You're a Giants fan there? We have all sorts of baseball fans up in here. We got a couple Blue Jays fans, Washington Nationals fan, and a San Francisco Giants fan. Mrazek, nice save there with the glove, making a big save there on Alexiak, and a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle between Faust and Camino there, I think it is. As some pushing and shoving there. Good chance here by Alexiak, too. Takes a nice shot there on Mrazek. A big thing that I've been noticing with Mrazek tonight, I think the Dallas Stars need to be taking more shots on that glove hand. That
Yeah,
glove hand is just giving up juicy rebounds every time
that's
for the Dallas
always
Stars.
it's
And
always been the problem with Mrazek.
you're
Yeah.
not seeing it enough, or, we're not seeing
hmm
enough shots here from the Dallas Stars. We need to start seeing more of that, testing that glove hand of Mrazek right now.
Yeah. He overcommits too. So you let him come out too far and
Yeah.
then pass it off to his glove hand side, and he's screwed. That's his biggest
Ooh, nice
weakness.
chance there by Fogel as Niederreiter got tied up. Nice shot there from the point. Jordan Stahl trying to get to the net. Good chance there by Fogel, jamming away at it. But now it gets it back up to the point. Over to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton looking. Jason Robertson trying to pick away at the puck as they get it out. Sekera is carrying it up now. As he gets cut off, Stahl chips it outside the zone, and it'll be picked up here by Pavelski. Over to Sekera. He has it now. Hey, Brody. How's it going, bud? This is my boy Perlo Wisdom. He's joining me today to do a little color commentary on the game. His link will be down in the description below. There's a nice chance there and a big save there by Ottinger. As Robertson, he has it now. He's looking pretty exhausted as he chips it in right on Mrazek. And that's picked up here by Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton chips it up here to Fogel. Fogel. I think the problem that I've been seeing with the Dallas Stars is that they've been having really a struggle with stopping the Canes' fast transition game right now. Like every time
Yeah,
they break it into the zone, the Stars, Hamilton or Pesci or Slavin or whoever, once they get a handle
yeah.
of it, they chip it right outside.
They've got such an amazing defense to get the puck out of the zone. It's like, yeah,
It's so
all of those guys you just
satisfying.
mentioned.
So
Yeah.
satisfying to watch because as a fellow defenseman myself, I love seeing that good transition game. I love seeing the
Yeah.
puck go back and forth, and
Slavin might be the best, maybe one of the top five in the league at getting out of the zone and
I think
and
so. Like
yeah,
the way he just
yeah,
rockets that puck up, and they're a split second and they're in the offensive zone just makes it so
Yeah.
lethal.
I hope one day I hope they decide at least 1 year to give him a Norris.
Oh, and a
Uh,
big hit there from Brady Shea on Delondre. What a huge hit. Holy crow, and the hits just keep on banging. We're almost going to have 60 hits between the combined almost. We have 50. Holy
yeah,
crow, this has been a physical contest. It feels like playoff hockey between these two teams tonight. As
yeah.
Lawrence, as the Stars do get it outside their own zone, but now Pesce, he has it now, chips it up. As Natchez, he leaves it there for Pesce, I think that is. Nice shot there and a good save there by Ottinger. And now it's over to Trocheck. Trocheck chips it in. Picked up by Ottinger behind the net. Chips it around. Kept in here by Trocheck. Trocheck over to Martinuk. Martinuk over to, I can't remember who the winger is on that line again. Shot there. And now it's picked up here by Martinuk. Natchez.
Nietzsche's, yeah.
As it's chipped in here. Trying to grab a hold of it, but wasn't able to. Trocheck. Nice shot there. And now it's tipped outside. Kept in here by Hayden Fleury. Now Natchez, he has a hold of it, but he got pulled down there by Alexiak. Alexiak looking to get it back in the zone. He has it now, and it gets outside. Now the Hurricanes are on the attack here with a 2-on-1. Martinuk tries to get over to Natchez, but wasn't able to, and Oninger will freeze up the puck. And now it's a battle inside the corner. It gets up to the point. Hayden Fleury has, his defense partner over to Hayden Fleury. Over to Lawrence. Lawrence has it now, number 71 here of the Canes. He chips it over to Hayden Fleury. Hayden Fleury. Jake Bean, he has it, holding on to it. Over to Hayden Fleury. He has it now. Over to Jake Bean. Jake Bean, nice shot there and a save there by Oninger. Svechnikov over to Faust. Fleury, he has it now here for the Canes. Down over to Jake Bean. Jake Bean looking up to the point. Down below once again. Nice big shot there from the point, but that got blocked. And now Jamie Benn chips it all the way down the ice as Ben was out there for 2 minutes. My lord, what a shift there from the Canes with 7:48 left here in the second period. Yeah, it's been a lot of big hits. These are some of the games that have been pretty competitive. Is a huge hit there by Shea on Delondre there, absolutely hammering him in the boards.
Shea's having a great year. Like, that defense is so unbelievably good.
Oh, without a doubt. It would be sick if you could be a
Shea,
professional.
Hamilton, Pesce, Slavin. Like, you got Hayden Fleury playing in your 5-6. He'd be a top
And
four
Jake
on
Bean.
probably.
Jake Bean is playing on your
Bean
top 6 as well.
can barely find a spot. Right now, Seattle could get Hayden Fleury or Jake Bean.
And that's huge. I
No
remember
doubt.
I remember doing my Seattle Kraken franchise mode, and legit Hayden Fleury, they protected JP, and Hayden Fleury was legit my best defenseman. Did I had Hayden Fleury, or did I select somebody else from Carolina? I think I selected Hayden Fleury. I might have used him as a trade bait later on, but he was a very solid defenseman for one of my franchise modes.
He'd be a top four on probably
without a doubt.
75 to 80% of the teams in the league right now.
And he's a young guy, so he still has tons of time to develop. As the Hurricanes, they finally get their lines chained up, as the Canes looking to be right back on the attack now, as it's chipped all the way down the ice, and a little bit of a chase here as the Hurricanes chip it all the way back down the ice, as the Canes do keep it in. Fogel makes a nice pass, but Stahl wasn't able to get a handle of it. Jordan Stahl being pressured alongside, now it's over to Niederreiter. But he just misses past Huskinen. Out there for 312 right now. 312. Oh, my lord.
Who was?
Huskinen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
322 and climbing right now. As it's all the way down the ice. He might be able to get a change. Slavin chips it up as the Hurricanes look to be on the attack. Fogel, he chips it up. Picked up here by Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski gets cut off, though. Fogel chips it up. And now be picked up here by Rope Hintz. Leaves it over there for Sekera. And now it's all the way down the ice. And yeah, professional NHL commentator. Yeah, it would be that would be awesome. But I like Perlo said in the chat, I am working with the Steel Flyers, and it's absolutely amazing to be working with these guys. And this is one of them that are part of it. And Perlo wisdom, as the Hurricanes now looking to carry it up as a fight here for the puck. Joe Pavelski now chips it over there to Lindell as the Stars just trying to get it out right now. Battle there. Pavelski trying to do something, but not able to. Is Lindell. It's like a gang attack right now by the Hurricanes. Every time they get the puck, it's like
I
two guys on them.
Yeah, and this Ottinger kid is something else for Dallas, right? We got to talk about
Oh
that
yeah, we gotta
too
definitely
because
talk about that in the
he's
intermission.
playing on a back to back right now.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
As the Stars carrying it in now, John Klingberg looking to get a good chance here for the Stars, being pressured here. He getting pressure up alongside of the boards. Number 10 of the Stars looking to do something right now. Nice chance there, and that's right out of play. And once again, just not able to get anything on the net here for the Stars, as the Hurricanes just absolutely all over them right now. But yeah, talk about Jake Ottinger here while we're in commercial or a commercial break right quick. He's been amazing in this game. Almost 30 shots going into the third period, and he's only lit up one goal against the Hurricanes tonight. It could have been many, many more. Honestly, he's been fantastic tonight.
yeah. This kid. He's going to be. They got some choices to make when Bishop gets back. Uh, good problem to have. But Ottinger is going to be a number one for quite some time. He's still only 20. I think he was picked what I want to say 15th
Yeah, he was
overall or
drafted.
something
He was
like that.
drafted in the first round.
It was definitely a first round pick. Maybe it was a little later than that, but what a great pickup for Dal. And like we said, like that's just another guy you add to the uh, uh, scouting, drafting, and development team at Dallas that's been absolutely fantastic. Because this Dallas team has had late picks for a long time. They got lucky with Heiskanen when they won the lotto that one time, but besides that, they plucked some really darn good players.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. Is that Dallas is very underrated with the prospect development. I think it's just they don't have a lot of like high picks. Like they do good, and I think they definitely do need to continue that going forward because their roster is getting the roster's getting pretty old in there. But right now, the way that it's looking right now with Ty Dellandre, he's not looking that bad. In tonight's game, he's getting a bit physical out there. Their young defensive core. I mean, Esa Lindell needs to step up a little bit more. His defensive play is kind of
Esa Lindell hasn't been himself
no.
this
He's
year.
kind of dropped off. I mean, even last year he dropped off defensively big time, and he just hasn't been that that big guy of what Dallas was expecting him to do. He was going up, and then he's just kind of fell down a little bit. Um,
I don't know what's going on with him because he was looking beastly for a while, and it just seems like he's kind of fallen off the
yeah,
last year and a half or so. Yeah.
it's a nice save there once again by Mrazek. That glove still looking a bit weak. I think is that where he broke his thumb and is in his glove hand?
But
No,
Lindell,
Mrazek.
oh yeah. But his glove should be fine. He's always had a problem with his glove side,
Well, it
always.
just looks like he's a bit weaker tonight. Maybe that's where his broken thumb is because he would have a problem, closing your glove hand with because you're when you're playing goalie. I think your most useful thing is your thumb, especially closing the glove. So maybe his broken thumb is still aggravating him a little bit, especially in his glove hand.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have let him play if it was bothering him like that though. Possibly it's just he's also
Yeah.
rusty and that's the weakness already. So now that he's rusty, it even looks like more of a
Yeah.
weakness.
As
So
Niederreiter gets up to the
possibly.
point. Nice slap shot there from Slavin, and that just misses wide as Hamilton now over to Neo Niederreiter. Nice shot there as Klingberg. 4 minutes left here in the second period. Is Stahl getting hammered behind the net as Slavin chips it in. And Robert fight for the puck here. Robertson and Stahl fighting there. Stahl trying to get a handle of it. This has been the biggest thing here between these two teams. Is a big hit there as well in the corners. It gets chipped all the way down the ice. Is the puck battles in the corners. There's been a lot of that tonight between these two teams, and it feels like the Hurricanes have been doing good. Yeah, and what's the SOG as well there, Brody?
What is this? Yeah, what is this song?
The SOG.
Shots on goal. Shots on
Oh,
goal.
um,
Yeah, just got it. It doesn't show. I'd have to
yeah, I
look
know.
up.
NBC's a little weird with that. I think it's.
Why do they
I know.
do
I like.
that?
I
Why do
like
they
how
not show?
Sportsnet does it. Sportsnet has the shots like right underneath. I think it's I know Dallas Stars only have 12 shots or 13 or something like that, and Hurricanes almost have 30,
Maybe he's got a goalie prop too.
maybe.
This would have been a good game to have a
Oh,
goalie prop on.
I actually have Oninger on my fantasy, so I picked him up today. I'm like, Oninger's gonna do good today.
Oh,
Yeah, I
did you?
picked up
Yeah.
Oninger, so as Oninger will freeze the puck here with 2:50 left. Picked him up for my fantasy team, and I mean, it goes off a lot of wins, but the amount of saves he's making tonight, yeah, I have 110.
20, 26 shots. So he's got 25. You're getting into if you've got a
Since we're
27
on commercial
shot.
break, not sure if you guys talked about this, but any impressions on the fourth seed in the West? The Blues have just fallen apart. Yeah, they look dysfunctional right now. I mean, good on the Coyotes jumping into a divisional spot. Uh, I think me and you kind of talked about this one, Perlo, last before the season came in, how we were a little skeptical, about the St. Louis Blues
Yeah.
coming into the season, not having Tarasenko at full health, and not having Petrangelo in the lineup either. Um,
And then losing Pareko has been absolutely
I mean, I
devastating
said
for
that the
them, it
Blues were going to
seems.
be in third no matter what, but now the Wild have kind of taken that over. And even the Sharks, they've won 4 games in a row, man. Even the Sharks can jump into a playoff spot this year. So, I
Yeah.
think just the Blues are just falling apart, and what they once had is slowly dwindling.
The big problem is Bennington isn't as good as he has been. Well, I think last game he was
I
actually
don't know,
good.
man. He's been showing
Against
more of his temper. I don't know what's up with that. Like, I think his temper is getting in his head a little bit because I like that one play where he like fake punched like Carlson, I think it was, and then fake punched Dubnik,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then he did it not that
yeah.
long ago as well. It's just like I think his anger is playing like into him a little bit, and it's just I feel like his anger is gonna make him worse. I know from personal
Yeah.
experience when you get angry, it's just gonna make you worse in general.
Yeah. He was an arrogant kid. That's why it took him so long to get in the league. He was an arrogant kid, and they were waiting for him to mature, and he only did so much. And arrogant people generally get offended really easily, and then do stupid stuff, and that's what he
Yeah,
does.
we are back in the action here with 2:45 left. Brock McGinn, he has an upper body injury right now. He will not return from looks like the rest of the game. So we'll have to see if he does return in the third period. But
Who's
Brock
that?
McGinn, upper body injury, looking like he won't
Uh,
return to the game. I mean, that's with every player. Every player has an upper body injury. As Foss tries to make a nice pass over to Aho, but just missed. As Slavin making some nice moves now. He's in the corner, chips to the Foss. Nice shot there, and a save there by Ottinger. Yeah, Paraka's loss has probably been the top of the house of the cards. Yeah, that as well. I mean, the amount of injuries there as well for St. Louis it's been hard there. It has not been an easy
yeah,
thing there for the St. Louis Blues this year.
yeah, that's they've had a lot of significant injuries for sure, but they are coming back, and those injuries are coming
Yeah,
back, but they're not really producing yet. Not
but I mean,
producing
losing a
yet.
big captain like Petrangelo, I feel like has a huge hinder on the team.
Uh, Losing Peter Angelo and then also Pareko being
Yeah,
injured as well. I mean, take off your any team's top two defensemen and see how that works for them.
yeah.
You know,
As
so
2 minutes left here in the second period, battle there in the corner. As Fogel gets it over to Shea. Nice chance there. And Oninger makes a big save there. Niederreiter tried to bat it into the net, but wasn't able to. Now it's all the way down the ice and picked up here by Pesci. Pesci over to Fogel. He has it now. I gotta say, what are the Carolina Hurricanes gonna do at this expansion draft? They have so many players that, like, you know, Like they're probably gonna cover all four of their defensemen. They have to.
I don't think so. I
I,
think they're gonna have to let one of those good defensemen go. If you only cover four forwards, you're gonna be giving up like stupid
I
stuff.
think you
Holy
leave
crap!
Shea exposed. You can't lose either Bean or
Yeah,
Flurry.
for sure, Shea, for sure, for sure, Shea, and that's yeah, that's
Because you want to try to keep Flurry. I mean, you could lose Shea and easily replace him by a free agency guy as well if you really wanted to.
Hamilton's a free agent, so you can
And
get
they
away with
still have
that.
Jake Gardner as well. So
Yeah, well, Gardner will be
no, yeah,
exposed.
without a doubt,
Sure, sure.
he's been facing some really bad injuries lately, which is I feel bad for the guy.
It's gonna be you got to Pesci.
As
Would you? Yeah,
well,
sorry.
we'll get back in the expansion draft talk right after this, as we got a minute left here in the second period. As Bean chipping it around as the Hurricanes trying to get it out, and it's all the way down the ice, looking to get it right back in. Fight here for the puck as number 49 chips it in here for the Dallas Stars into the zone. 53 seconds left. 29-16 for shots here for the Hurricanes. As Hayden Fleury, he has it now, chips it in. Klingberg makes a nice pass over to Kumo. Makes a nice pass, and now over to Kiro. Kiro takes a shot, but that just misses wide. And now Dowling, he has it, trying to get something going, but Nate just cuts that off, and now hits it over to Aho. Aho trying to get it in, but that got cut off, and now Bean pokes it over to 10 there of the or 19 Dougie Hamilton there for the Hurricanes. And now it's right back into the zone as Jake Bean, he has it now, trying to chip it up the boards once again, and they get it out here with 14 seconds left here in the second period. And that will be it here between the Hurricanes and the Stars for the second period. 1-0 as well. As we seen the first goal of the game scored by Martinook, and that was right early in the second period as well. Big physicality game as well, as we were talking about the expansion draft there and what the Hurricanes will do. Yeah, I feel like
I
I feel
mean,
like
if they go 7-3, okay, Dougie Hamilton's a free agent. First of all, you got to sign Hamilton, right?
yeah, I think that will protect Hamilton no matter what. I don't think you get to slit that guy.
They don't. He's going to be a free agent though. He doesn't
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
be
you still need to
protected.
protect him.
I don't think so. I think they can. They have an opportunity to sign him early if they want, because they get early free agency look,
Yeah.
so they can offer him a
Well,
contract.
yeah, without a doubt.
But
Yeah,
I don't think they have to
yeah.
protect him if he's already a
Yeah, they do
free agent.
because the Seattle Kraken, like if they were, for example, to leave Dougie Hamilton unprotected, Seattle Kraken could possibly pick up Dougie Hamilton and then get those early signing rights to Dougie Hamilton and easily just
Oh yeah, I suppose. And then they could also, if they somehow talk to his agent and he says, "Yeah, I'll sign in Seattle," then yeah, I suppose,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, so like let's say I assume that they signed Dougie Hamilton beforehand, then you've got to go. Yeah, you got to leave Shea, but even if you do leave Shea, you're still leaving Fleury and Bean out there because you got to. It's Pesci, Slavin, and Hamilton, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is,
Unless you let
no
Pesci
matter
go.
what, you look at the forward core, you're gonna be missing. You possibly have McGinn exposed, Stahl. Well, I mean, Stahl has a no movement clause, so you already have to automatically
Yeah.
protect him, but you're gonna lose a good player no matter what for the Hurricanes. I think the thing that they gotta play smart with is not to be like, "Yo, Seattle, we'll give you a first or whatever." I Hurricanes can't be doing that. They just gotta take their losses, and I think that's the biggest thing from last year that a lot of teams learned is that take your losses. You don't want to be the Minnesota where they lose Tuck and Hala and they go and play great in Minnesota,
Wow. That
or
was
what Florida did
ridiculous.
where they dumped off Marshall Salt and Smith. That was just dumb, right? You can't be doing that type of
Yeah.
stuff and just take the one loss. I think with this expansion draft, you're not going to be seeing a lot of trades between teams unless they're looking to dump off a contract. You're not going to be seeing a lot of teams doing deals with the expansion team, I feel, unless it's salary cap.
Um, you got okay. Let's say you got Aho, Stahl, Niederreiter. Maybe you could let Niederreiter's had a hot year up until this year. Niederreiter would have been left
Yeah.
off. right? So let's go. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, is Warren Fogle completely necessary?
I mean, he's
One, two,
young.
three, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you protect Fogle, you got to protect Svechnikov and Nietzsche, which leaves Paquette, Faust, Martinuk
Now, which way do you go about things
off,
as well? Do you go with, and the
and
thing
McGinn.
is, Francis is the GM of the Kraken, and he knows the Hurricanes the best.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah.
the team that he's probably going to get a big player from that will probably be one of the faces of the franchise.
I think they're just going to let him choose between Hayden, Fleury, and Bean and just say, oh, well, that's
Because I
us.
think, well, either way, it's either you go with the 8 skaters or you go with the 5 forwards and the 3 defense.
Four.
Or is it 4 forwards?
It's 7 forwards, 3 defense, or 4 forwards, 4 defense.
Is it that? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's four forwards, 4 defense. See, Garen did a great job of bringing in 1 year contracts all over the place. So most of his forwards are going to be all free agents next year. So he's going to leave them unprotected, and then you can pick from one of them if you want. Great job. And then he's going to protect Dumba, 4 defensemen, and 4 forwards. But if I mean, Carolina can't
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
it's
They'd be
it's
leaving
seven
too many
forwards,
good
three
players.
defense, one goalie, or 8 forwards or
Yeah,
defense and one goalie.
4 forwards, 4 defense, 1 goaltender. Yeah.
Well, no, you could choose just any 8 skaters. You could just go with 8 skaters if you really wanted to.
Oh, any eight. Oh, any
Yeah,
eight skaters. Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah,
you
yeah.
could
You
choose
could.
all 8 skaters
Yeah.
and leave all your defensemen unprotected if you really wanted to.
Right. Could you go 3 and 5? I didn't know you could go 3 and 5
Yeah, yeah,
because it was seven. It was seven and
yeah.
three.
7 and 3,
So
and
you
then
could go 3 and 5.
yeah, you could go for you just have to do 8 skaters no matter what. So you could protect if the Hurricanes really wanted to, they could just protect Aho, Savech, and Stahl. I mean, that means you're leaving out Trocheck.
Yeah,
There's
there's
no
no
way
way
that
you're
they
gonna
would
do
do
that.
that. I think they would go with the 7 forwards, 3 defense thing. I think that's what the Hurricanes will do.
And then you're gonna have to leave out Flurry and Bean and let them choose between those. Unless you want to give up a first
Yeah.
this year because it's going to be so
Mm-hmm.
late, because they're already young. Your late first round pick, if they turn out as good as Flurry and Bean, you're happy,
Yeah.
right? So I'll say I'll give you a first, and you take Jesper
Mm-hmm.
Faust. You know, we'll give you our first and Jesper Faust to stay away from Flurry and
Yeah.
Bean, or something like that, or Brock McGinn, who isn't essential.
Leafs fan,
He's nice.
I will not be covering the trade deadline, but Perlo Wisdom will be live on that day.
I will be.
He'll be covering the trade deadline, but I will be doing.
I'll be doing a marathon on that day. I'll be doing a morning till I pick up Caroline.
I think I don't. Why is my mic being all weird? Come on, Mike. Um, I will probably be going live after the deadline because I have classes in the morning and then I have like an afternoon class. So I think after the deadline, I'll do like a whole live stream for like an hour to 2 hours just talking about the deadline. Also depend on how busy it is as well. I'm hoping it's gonna be busy and you're not sitting there just chilling. I'm hoping there's actually gonna be some trades. I feel like there'll be a lot of trades ahead of time.
If you and I could do it, it wouldn't matter. We just talk about hockey for 8 hours,
I could
no
probably join
problems
you
whatsoever.
midway through, but
Yeah, well, that'd be cool. I'll save a spot for you if you want to
yeah,
come
I could
on.
probably
I
join
gotta.
midway through.
I just. How do you do that though? Like while on the fly, to add that on OBS, you have to show
Yeah,
me.
you like
Is it pretty easy?
it's just
Is it
like
pretty easy?
if you were how to add like how you usually add.
Just add an
Yeah, you just
NDI.
add your
You just add
yeah
an NDI
yeah.
while you're going.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
at
Yeah.
first, I'll take up the entire screen, but once you size me up and you get me all organized, and it'll be fine. And most people won't really care that's watching. We're not professional people just yet.
Well, we are.
But I could
Yeah.
also
Professional just means you're getting paid to
yeah.
do something. So
I mean,
in
you could also
actuality,
set up ahead of time. Like I could join you early in the morning. You could set up like a scene you could set up a scene for when I join, but I don't know if it'll work. I don't know.
Uh,
It could work like
yeah,
that,
but
but
well,
you could just also set it up
it's,
in the stream when we're live and I join you, and then you could add me.
that'd be nice if I could get like several of us on for that, like for certain parts, because I'm just gonna get back from driving my wife to work and back, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning, or pretty much, I'm just gonna go until I have to, till probably 2:30, three,
Yeah, I think that the deadline's around
something.
2 anyways, I think, right? 2 p.m. our time or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So it should be pretty
Should
fun.
be.
Uh, I love Deadline. I like Draft Day and Deadline. I love Draft Day. That's friggin' awesome. That's another
Yeah,
one.
draft day is fun. What is this YouTube? His link will be down in the description below. It's Perlo Wisdom. You can also search him up on YouTube as well. I do lives with him all the time, and he goes live from 1 to 3 Mountain Time every day, from Monday to Friday, and three
Yeah,
to five Eastern Time. So he does a lot of good stuff there.
yeah, yeah. We do. Yeah, we're doing a cool thing now where we do you pick the team who's going to win and the score, and you'll get points and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So eventually we'll get actual swag. We have virtual swag
virtual
now.
swag. Yeah, he sends the Perlo chopper to your place and drops off the
True.
bracelets or whatever you want.
Yeah, the Ring O Perlo.
Yeah.
I have to say they're virtual now. I never thought I'd have to say it because we had one person like really thinking they were
Oh
going to
yeah.
get something.
I think I was in the chat for that one. He was actually thinking he was gonna get it.
Like they kept on coming back on saying, "Oh, well, when's the helicopter coming? Are you coming to my house?" I think it was a really young
Probably.
person, and they probably. But it was funny. But yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's it's it's a good problem to have so much depth that you don't know who you're going to give up at the
Well,
freaking expansion draft.
for the Hurricanes too. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be bad for them. Like I want to take a look at them again. I got the cat friendly thing going again.
As it stands right now, it's going to have to be Flurry or Bean. And what do they have? Even Morgan Geeky is still down here. He wouldn't be bad pick
Well,
for
I would go with
expansion
Aho,
spot.
Stahl, Teravine, and you got to protect. Vincent Trocek, you got to protect. Savech, you got to protect as well.
What about,
Leonid
you got
Ryder.
Joey Keane? I kind of thought they might play Joey Keane more and see how he turned out because then if he turns out to be anywhere near as good as either one of Flurry or Bean, you could trade Bean or Flurry and bring up Joey Keane and have him play on a
Mm-hmm.
regular shift. But obviously, they don't think he's as good as those two.
Oh, and man, and
So,
they're also going to be having to protect Nedeljkovic as well.
do they have to
Yeah,
protect
I think it's because he
Nedeljkovic?
played a decent
Well,
amount of games this
well,
year. So
that's not all
no,
that bad
you
because
just
nobody they're not taking
it's either Reimer.
Mrazek or Reimer
No,
on.
I don't think so. There's better goalies out there. There's a lot of goaltending that's available. I think you're going to see a lot of
Yeah.
goaltenders move around. I think that will be the biggest thing at this expansion draft. The biggest thing is goaltending. Because, I mean, you look at when, Vegas came in, you didn't see a lot of tandems in the NHL. Like, you've seen just a lot of, like, your 1A, 1B. You're now seeing, like, your two A's practically from a lot of teams, from Canadians to the Arizona Coyotes with Kemper and Ronta. With Columbus, right? They're gonna have to either trade away Corpusalo or Merzlikins because you don't want to lose one of those guys to the Kraken, and most likely you will.
Well, Corpusala. I don't know. I don't care. I personally wouldn't mind if I lost
No, I wouldn't
Corpusala.
mind either, but they really like
Uh,
Corpusalo right now. All right,
yeah.
see you later, Twisted Wrister. Thanks, bud. Have a good one.
Twisted
I'll send you a message
Rooster.
after the stream there, my man. Have a good one.
Yeah, and definitely, you want to come on my show or anything like that, you just let me know. Well, why you have to go through Steel for that, but we can probably work it out. But on our regular program, I'd love to get on with you, but for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, if you guys
So yeah,
haven't already, I'll just quickly say something here, Perlo, and then we'll get back to the action. If you guys haven't already, make sure to slap that like button and also hit that subscribe button as well. We're right now on the road to 500 subscribers, and I'll be very much appreciated if you guys do hit that subscribe button. Also, go check out my man Perlo Wisdom. He goes live from Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 Eastern. It's a lot of fun. I usually join him on a weekly basis. I usually join him for one or two of his shows, and it's a lot of fun. And then he also comes and joins me on these live play-by-plays as well, which is a lot of fun as well, as we're doing the Stars versus Canes game. It's been a lot of fun between these two teams. It's been a good little Easter Sunday. Some good action between the Stars and the Canes. Really physical. We've seen about 60 hits in this game. Not a lot of goal scoring, but a lot of physicality, which is what we always like to see.
yeah, if Dallas is going to beat you right now, that's how they're going to beat you. Unfortunately, it's pretty tough to do that against Carolina. They're a big team too. They're not a small team, you know. Carolina's got a lot of big boys on their team. Niederreiter, Svechnikov is big. I mean, maybe they're not super aggressive, but they can handle themselves.
Well, I'll be right back at 2. I just got to go take a quick bathroom break before the third period starts back up, and I'll be right back.
When you come back, I'll go.
All right, sounds good. I'll be back in 2.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going for 800 now. I just passed 700. We're both trying to get up to 1,000. 1,000 is kind of a big number in YouTube land. It's when you can start making a little scratch doing this and all kinds of different things that you get. So we're really trying to hit 1,000 for sure, hit a grand. Uh, but yeah, my show's 3 to 5. We just talk. We basically it's an interactive. We talk hockey, and then we kind of have a little fun competition where we say which team is going to win. 3 to 5 Eastern, 1 to 3 Mountain. We do a little fun thing where you pick teams, what the score is going to be, and stuff like that. You're
Rick
back
Bowness will not return to the bench for the third period due to COVID protocols. Whoa.
Wow. So they must have found out that somebody had it and he contacted them or something
So what's
like
gonna
that.
happen? So it's just that's weird though. Just Rick Bowness. I mean, if he wore his mask properly, I mean, it'd be fine. But still,
That's weird. Maybe was he not wearing his mask properly?
I don't know. Maybe I gotta check Twitter. I gotta check
Uh,
if there's anything on that. Oh, also I wanted to check. I wanted
maybe
to
that,
talk about Mackenzie Weegar right now. I have him on my fantasy team right now, and honestly, I like the guy just because of the fact that his analytics are great, great defensive player. But
I've always loved him.
since
He's got good analytics.
since
Cool.
Ekblad has, oh dude, Mackenzie Weegar's analytics are like top 2 defenseman worthy.
Doesn't
Anyways,
surprise me,
I
man.
I seriously want to
I
make a video on this kid
doesn't.
because since Aaron Ekblad's been out of the lineup, he has stepped up so good offensively. Especially I have him on my fantasy team, and I'm starting to slowly realize how good offensively he's been since Ekblad's out with the injury. Because they relied on Uyghur to
Mhm.
play a lot more defensively because Aaron Ekblad is not that good defensively. Aaron Ekblad's good offensively, so they relied on Uyghur to play that good defensive game. And now since Ekblad's out of the lineup, Uyghur has been producing points for the Florida
Oh yeah.
Panthers lately, and is really looking like a really good player right now.
I'm not, like I said, I don't actually go on a site and see what the analytics are. That's what I love having guys like you around because I do like analytics. But my eye test is usually bang on with analytics, and I've been preaching Uyghur now for 2 years. The guy is freaking awesome. Even with the Florida, I'm like, why are they playing him so low in the lineup? The guy's freaking incredible. They should be playing him higher. And now he's getting the opportunity. And yeah, I even when Ekblad went down, I was saying like, don't worry, they got
Yep.
Uyghur. It's just going to show that Uyghur is going to be amazing because he is. I think he's. I've been saying I really think he's a better defenseman than Ekblad.
Oh, without a doubt. I think so too. Mackenzie Weegar's analytics have been absolutely exciting to see grow as a player. I think he's one of the most underrated players as well. Not a lot of people, know about him.
Absolutely.
Even my video game, I had to like edit him a crap ton because the way that he is in the video game, it's like they're saying he's like a top 6 defenseman, and I'm like, no, this guy is he's a real deal. He's a good defenseman.
Oh
His
yeah.
numbers are amazing. He's just a great
Yeah.
player.
He's a top
Mm-hmm.
two. He's a top two defenseman. I've been saying that for 2 years now. I don't understand why Florida wasn't playing him higher, really. Now he mainly because he zoomed up
Yeah.
so fast. He wasn't like that early. He's just worked on his game so much. He's one of those guys that wasn't like right out of the blue. He wasn't right out of the gates. It took him a lot of hard work to get to
Yeah.
where he is. But I think he's. Well, I'm just thinking, is there anybody better than Uyghur on Florida right
No, I
now?
don't think so. Hey,
I don't
Gunner,
think
how's it
so.
going, my man? And Angels are up 1-0. Oh, damn, bro. As we're going to be getting back here for the third period between the Stars and the Canes, as John Stevens will be taking over. Now, just to let you guys know, Rick Bonus is vaccinated, so I think we're good on that. I don't know why he's entirely gone. There was something like this happen in the NBA, Elliot Friedman said. But yeah. Yeah, Elliot Freeman said Bonus has been fully vaccinated, and it is possible this situation could be similar the last week involving NBA Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle's. But he will not be returning for the third period. So we are back in action now. Lawrence, he has it now. Or Fast, I meant. I always get Lawrence and Fast numbers mixed up. Zaho pressuring.
By the way, we got to talking about the game. I mean, this feels like one of those games when you outplay the team all the heck, and all of a sudden they score and win it in overtime
Yeah,
or
dude, I
something.
feel like that as well. I feel like the Dallas Stars are just gonna grind their way back into this one. It's been pretty grindy, and I feel like this third period could go to anyone right now. Even though Dallas Stars have been dominated a pretty good amount throughout this entire game. As number 23 of the Dallas Stars has now Lindell, tries to chip it up, and he does. Gets over to Robertson. COVID sucks. It does. COVID sucks big time. As Slavin chips up the boards all the way down the ice and picked up here by Alexiak. Chips over to Huskinen. He chips up over to Robertson. Robertson has now over to Rope Hintz. The Dallas Stars have some speed entering the zone. Rope Hintz still has handle of it. Chips it down. Picked up here by Robertson in the corner, but wasn't able to get a handle of it. And that leaves it there for Pavelski as he gets plastered alongside of the boards. And now Pesci, he has it now for the Canes. Carrying it up. Makes a nice pass over to Shea. Brady Shea breaking it in here for the Carolina Hurricanes. Nice shot that just misses wide. Alexiak gets over to Huskinen. And now that's a great chance there by Fogel. And a big save there by Ottinger there. And Pavelski chips it outside the zone here for the Stars as they go for a line change. And Slavin breaks it right back in as Stahl has it now. He chips into the corner. Sekera. Stahl gets it back though. Stahl chips it up to the point to Slavin. Nice tip there. But that got blocked up by Sekera. Now the Stars, they have it over to Kumo. He has it getting around the bend, but Slavin, great defensive play there, poking Kumo right off the puck. Sekera right on the line. Nice shot there from Pysyk. Big save there, or big block. And the Canes, or the Stars, do keep it inside the zone, but Hamilton now makes a nice breakout pass, but that just misses the target as the Stars get it right back in. But the Canes get it right back, and they're looking to break it out now as Dougie Hamilton has some speed. A little bit of a 2-on-1. Hamilton takes a nice shot and a beautiful save there by Jake Ottinger. Big save there by
Yeah,
Ottinger.
40, 43, 41
30 saves
save. No,
tonight.
what, what, what? They're showing something
Oh,
last two
last two
games.
games.
Okay.
29
Yeah.
saves tonight, though. He's been absolutely amazing. Jake Ottinger, really just the future of this team. Yeah, he's showing the stats now.
Last night he had 41 saves on 43
This night's
shots,
already at
and
31.
now he's
That's just
wow.
crazy.
That's a lot of rubber in
Most saves
two
by a
days,
Dallas
man.
rookie since 2013. That's you can't be having that, man.
No,
Can't
no,
be
you
relying
can't.
on your
You know,
young goalie like this.
can't rely on that goaltender so much. That's a little too much for sure. A lot too much, actually.
As a face-off win here for the Dallas Stars as they're trying to get it out. And that's picked up here by Hayden Fleury. Hayden Fleury has it now, looking to break it out. And that's picked up by Klingberg. But that's launched right back in to the Stars zone. As now they look to get it out. Fleury, nice shot there that just misses wide. And that's picked up here by Lindell. He chips it over to Klingberg. Klingberg, Kiro blocked it up by himself, and now he's chipped it down. Now Fleury over to Jake Bean. Jake Bean has it now in his own zone. Tries to pass it over, but that got turned over here by Dowling as he chips in it. Mrazek was not able to get a handle of it. Now Fleury, he has it now, trying to get it up, but not able to, is Gurionov over to Kiru. Gurionov gets it back. Gurionov tried to center it, but was not able to. As Fast chips it out. Hey, B-Pow Picks, how's it going, bud?
Oh, that's me.
You? Oh.
I went into I used my wrong, that's me. I'm
I was like, that looks almost similar, the profile pic, more that I look at it now, but.
Yeah, I used my wrong channel. I got to go and get out and go on my regular channel. That's funny. That's my Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Picks. Yeah.
Face-off win here as they try to get it up as a fight for the puck. Sebastian Aho up against the boards, protecting the puck well. Hey, McDry, who should the Oilers trade for? I would like to see DeBrusk in an Oilers uniform.
That'd be all right.
I know I've been hearing Luke Glendening, which I wouldn't mind because of face-offs and a good defensive working from Glendening.
Yeah,
I know
we do need a.
I know. I mean,
really
Glendenning's not a
bad
third-line centerman. I know analysts are like, "Oh, Glendening would be a good use of our picks or whatever."
He's a fourth. He's a
fourth-line centerman, but we're not going to be able to pick up anybody else. I think it's either going to be Glendening or we use somebody to go after DeBrusk. I really do feel like the Oilers are going to be quiet during this deadline. I don't feel like we're really going to be too loud, and that's just the Holland way. Holland's never usually too loud at trade deadline.
I love Charlie Coyle, but you're not getting somebody like that would be freaking amazing. But we already got one coming.
Yeah.
Our draft pick from last year.
As they break it into the zone, Stahl, he has it now, trying to get it in, but was not able to. Well, we traded so much away for Andreas Anthony to see you, and then, that just didn't happen very well.
Yeah, and I am actually so surprised he's doing as well as he is in LA because he looked so bad.
Oh, he did
look
really bad. Storm Stahl, he has now, that's turned over as Huskinen. He has it now with 15:50 left here in the third period. The Stars look to break it in as Pavelski. That's turned over, and I'll be picked up here by Fogle in the Canes' zone. Chips it over to Jacob Slavin. Slavin has it behind his own net here in the Canes' zone. Gardner. We haven't seen him too much tonight. Red Gardner, the young player there for the Dallas Stars, is Natchez. He's carrying it up now for the Carolina Hurricanes. He has it, holds on to it. Nice shot there. He did have an open man there in Trocheck, but he decided to take the shot anyways. Oninger does make a nice save as Sakara looks to get it out as he makes a long pass all the way down the ice, and that should be icing here for the Canes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what, well, it tells you how few centers are out there if they scoured the league and came up with Glendening.
It's Glendening, Derek Ryan, and we're looking at right-handed shooters. I know it's Derek Ryan, Glendening, and there was somebody else. Oh, Brandon Sutter as well.
Derek Ryan.
I would love Derek Ryan.
I don't love. Yeah, Derek Ryan would be all right. I would go with Derek Ryan for sure if Calgary wants to trade with us.
Yeah.
But even Sutter, his defensive. I'm sure defensively, analytic-wise, he's not very good though.
Man, my mic's being all weird today. Anyways, back to the action here. As the Hurricanes, or the Stars have it now trying to chip it up. 43 hits to 29 for the Carolina Hurricanes. They have been absolutely punishing, and that was something they need to get better at, was hitting, and it seems like they have. The last couple of years when they went to the playoffs, I felt like they weren't physical enough. This year, and a big hit there on Jake Oninger as he gets taken out behind the net, as now it's all the way down the ice, and John Klingberg. And that was all delayed offside there. As now the Canes, they have it. Slavin over to Hamilton. Hamilton makes a nice little breakout pass, and that's chipped in here by Martinuk. I think number 18 there is Fast, trying to get a handle of it. And they chip it back out. And they chip it back in here, the Canes. Relentless working here as Jake Oninger has it behind the net. Leaves it there for Klingberg. Klingberg has it now. Chips it over to Lindell. Long pass all the way down to Jamie Benn. He has it now. Looking. Nice backhand tips. Great save there by Mrazek. What a chance there for the Stars. And Hamilton looks to chip it out. And now will be all the way down the ice.
On it.
What a save, yeah.
Just gets the toe on it. Yeah, that was a nice little save for sure.
It was close.
Big save this time. Carolina's got a pile and get some insurance here. It's going to be stressful going down.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. My Habs played like poop last night. Did you guys watch that mess? Yeah, I did. I was really happy that the Sens got the victory because I need the Canadiens to stay down in fourth there and to stay below the Oilers. That's what I'm hoping for.
I wasn't happy. I had the under end Montreal in that game, so yeah, it wasn't very good for me. I didn't know Forsberg was going to go in though, but still, I didn't think Price would give up 6.
Oh my
like
Lord.
I thought he was on the mend. I thought he was going to be, he had a good couple games.
Right, we should know by now.
Montreal played bad period though.
Price hasn't been like even the last game against the Oilers. He only faced like 17 shots. He wasn't even tested.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Price is just this year's really.
It's got to the point where you can't talk about him as one of the top.
No, he's not.
5 goaltenders in the league by any stretch.
He's being paid like a top goalie, but he's not playing like it.
No.
You really look at him right now. His numbers for the last couple of years have been consistently bad. Like I mean, consistently average, right? That's been the biggest thing. He's consistently average. And that's not what you want from Price. And giving up 6 goals against the Sens, like what he did, and Forsberg played better than what Price did, is not good.
No, it was. I didn't watch all the goals and whatever. People will say, okay, it's not his fault for this, it's not his fault for that. But the fact of the matter is, Price used to stop a lot of the ones that weren't his fault. Doesn't matter, that's just the goaltending position is the way it is. And he's getting paid for a guy to stop a lot of the ones that are not his fault. And he's not doing that.
No, and, like you watch the game, and yeah, there's some defensive mistakes out there that happened. But there was a lot of just like straight, shots that Price should have saved, and he didn't.
Yep.
And Price needs to do that. I feel like Jake Allen's almost been better than what Price has been, and they've been playing Price a lot more. But I feel like in this big stretch that the Canadiens are going to go into, they're going to have to start relying a lot on Jake Allen.
Absolutely, I would definitely be doing that.
I think the Canadiens already get that 4th spot because of how bad the Canucks are going to be. I feel like that COVID pause, it's really unfortunate. It's what happened there in Vancouver. And I hope all the players have a nice, speedy recovery and their families as well. I heard a couple of their family members as well got COVID. I know Hamannik's daughter, she has some respiratory issues, so I hope Hamannik's doing good and his family. And it's going to take an effect on the Vancouver Canucks. And, I mean, the Calgary Flames have just been as bad as the Buffalo Sabres. So
the Calgary Flames might as well have COVID.
No, they might as well. They're doing so bad right now.
They look terrible.
I'm still gonna make fun of them because of the fact that they told me I was stupid for thinking that their team was gonna be bad. So now I smile every day. I'm like, yeah, I was right. This guy right here.
Yeah.
I told you guys you should have prepared.
Yeah.
As we are back in the action here with 12:57 left here in the 3rd period. As the Stars are still in this game as Roope Hintz, he has a chance now. Makes a nice pass over to Pavelski, but wasn't able to pull the triggers. It bounced right off his stick, and Price is washed up. He's 33 years old. He's starting to show that age. He really is.
Petrie hasn't been terrible too many times this year, so I'll give him a break on that.
Petrie's been pretty good. Just that game wasn't very good. As the Canes getting into the zone here, all the way around. John Klingberg, he has it now, and that's picked up here by Ben as he wraps that around. And now wasn't able to be picked up there by 37 of the Stars. As now the Canes, they will break it back out. It's Sebastian Aho. He has it now. He's looking back. I feel like the Canes have this one already. Just the way that the offensive zone time that they continue to have, they're just burning the clock fast.
But Dallas did this in the playoffs last year. They were outplayed how many times?
Every
game. They end up getting a late goal. Like, It happened so much last year.
But I know they went off a back-to-back, so how much energy are they really going to have
Well,
tonight too?
they're
So,
both on back to back. So
well, the Canes look
if
like
it,
they have a bit more of a jump tonight, to say the least.
yeah, absolutely.
And all these hits got to be taking a toll on the Stars as well. Like the Canes have been way more physical than what the Stars have been. As Nate just makes a nice pass back over to Dougie Hamilton here with 11:24 left here in the third period. As Slavin, he has now chips up the boards. And that's chipped in here by the Canes as they go after it. Jake Oninger was behind the net to grab it, but Pysyk was there to pick it up. As Trocheck, he's now battling there for the puck. As Pysyk, he gets it back, he chips it up. And now the Stars, they chip it in. And Cogliano gets to it first. He's battling. The Stars chip it around. That's picked up here by Sekera at the point. Sekera, that was offside for sure. Definitely did look like it. As 49 gets it over to Mark Pysyk now here in the Stars zone with 10:44 left here in the third period. I meant as Sekera, he has it now. Chips it up. Almost got it to Delondre, but wasn't able to grab it. And now Kiru tried to center it, but just missed the target. As Fleury now chips it up. Aho gets it over to number 18, Martinook here of the Carolina Hurricanes. Getting hammered down. And now Huskinen, he has it here for the Stars. Chips it over to Alexiak, but that almost got turned over. He gets it back. He's carrying it into the zone. Shea steps up on him, though, to cut him off. As Sebastian Aho now has it over to Pesci. Shea, he has it now. Shea breaking it in here for the Carolina Hurricanes. Makes a nice move. What a save there by Oettinger. How did that not go in the back of the net? What a save there by Oettinger as the Canes do keep it inside the zone. But Kira, he gets it now, and he chips it outside the zone. As Robertson, he gets poked off the puck, though, as they try to get it back in. And now be picked up here by Esa Lindell. Esa Lindell over to Huskinen. And now be picked up by Rope Hintz. Rope Hintz has the speed. He chips it in here for the Stars. Pressure in here on Dougie Hamilton. Slavin chips it over to Neo Niederreiter. Neo Niederreiter carrying it up here for the Carolina Hurricanes. He chips it in. Battle in there with Klingberg. Still, the Hurricanes have the puck. Fogle being pressured alongside of the boards, trying to get it out. Niederreiter chips it all the way around up to the point. Over to Slavin. Slavin wraps around the net to the back. Now Fogle being pressured alongside of the boards. Klingberg trying to pick away at it. As Lindell pressuring there on Fogle. Lindell wins the battle, chips it out. Or at least try to. The Canes do keep it in. Klingberg does finally get it out, though. As Stahl gets hammered and they chip it right back in. 8:53 left here in the third period. A lot of back and forth action between these two teams. The Stars still not able to get those good quality shots on the net right now either. I think they've only gotten 2 in the first half of this period, so they really got to start picking up that shots department right now, especially in this later half of the third period. As the Stars trying to get it out to Shea, does keep it inside the zone here for the Canes. As Ben chips it out, trying to get it over to 37 of the Stars there. As Sekera steps up, but that's turned over once again. As the Canes send it in. And Savech and Ben going after the puck. Ben wins the battle. He chips it around Gurionov, trying to pick it up, but wasn't able to. Shea, nice tight shot there, and Oettinger with a nice glove save there for the Canes. As that looks like we're going to be heading off to a commercial break here between the Stars and the Stars and the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and the Carolina should be up more than this. This Oettinger kid isn't out of his head. Like, he's making stops that are just ridiculous. That's the only reason why this game isn't already over.
Yeah, he is a huge part of why this game isn't already over. Like, honestly, this game has been, pretty good. Like, a lot of defensive action. I think that's why I've enjoyed this game so far. Not a lot of goals. But also one player I want to talk about is Jason Robertson. I was seeing some, draft rankings, some prospect rankings. This kind of the rookie goal scoring race right now, and someone put kind of the list together, and they had Kaprizov number 1, Pius Suter at number 2. Who did they have at number 3? I can't remember. And then they had Lankinen at number 4, and Robertson at number 7, which I think was just dumb because Robertson, he's been having such a great year. I don't know why he's not in that top contender. I think it's going to be Kaprizov. I mean, Ty Smith is up there too. There's a lot of good rookies this year. Lots of good rookies this
Yeah.
year. Um,
Yeah. I think it's got to go. I think it's got to go Kaprizov, Ty Smith, and then Robertson. And I honestly,
I don't
out of
unless
those,
Jake
out of
Ottinger.
those, well, Ottinger, yeah, if he plays enough, because Hudobin's playing so much, but he's got to be starting to take the net away from Hudobin now.
Oh, he
It, like
gotta be.
with performances like this, like I'd be playing him 80% of the time here. He's a number one right now.
Well, it's not bad for the Dallas Stars to have 3 good goalies. I mean, now you could just, maybe get rid of Bishop at the expansion draft or something. You have that possibility going for you right now. So, as we are back from commercial break, Ottinger has faced 35 shots tonight. He has just been a sheet. He's been just a brick wall. Another great chance there once again as Rope Hintz has it now here in the third period for the Carolina Hurricanes. It has been a fun game between these two teams so far as Rope Hintz. He has it now trying to get it on the net, but that was blocked wide as Klingberg now trying to get a handle of it. And now it's chipped all the way back down into the star zone once again as this Lindell. He has it now, chips it over to Kumo, tries to chip it over to Cogliano, but it's back in the star zone once again. I think that's been the biggest story. It's been practically living in the star zone tonight as Slavin.
Yeah.
He has it now over to Hamilton. Hamilton takes it over to Shevech. Or that was actually Martinuk, I meant, as they chipped it down. And now Huskinen, he has it now for the Stars. He's carrying it up through the neutral zone. Breaking it in. Leaves it there for his teammate in Kiru. Nice shot there and a big save there by Mrazek. As Aho chips it over to Shevech. And now will be picked up here by Jesper Foss. Jesper Foss chips it in. Does a little spinorama though before chipping it in. As Camino chips it up. And Pesci not able to keep it in. But good support there from Sebastian Aho. Almost 14 minutes since the first shot, or their first shot since
Since
wow,
the last shot.
almost 14 minutes since their last shot.
Wow.
That is just
Yeah.
nuts.
Carolina plays just like it's Carolina plays a defensive game that is like few other I've ever seen. It's not like the Islanders where you can say, okay, yeah, they're playing very defensive here. They play a free-flowing defensive style that you don't notice that they're shutting the other team down almost. And that has a lot to do with the fact that they can get the puck out of the zone so well with guys like Pesci
Yeah.
and Slavin and stuff like that. Like they're so good at getting the puck out of the zone. It's crazy. And in a way that you're not just icing it or banging it off the boards and then giving it to the opposition. They actually put it on the stick of they don't have like a whole bunch of Larsons on their team.
Yeah. There we go. We're back. Sorry, guys, about that. Lost you for a quick second there. Lost everyone there for a quick second there, but we are back. My internet completely dropped off the face of the earth again. That's definitely one thing I'm going to have to upgrade when I get my own place is some good internet. Instead of this crappy Shaw. As 5:46 left here in the third period between the Canes and the Stars. As a good chance here, Jamie Benn has it now. Good defensive play. Nice backhand and a big save there by Mrazek. As you can see, Ben trying to go on that glove hand side on Mrazek. And a good save there. That
was a nice backhand.
That was a really nice backhand, targeting the weak spot of Mrazek.
How many years do you think Ben's got left?
A couple more, I feel. I mean,
you think so?
I think he probably has a couple more left. He's a good player.
He looks like he's losing. It looks like he's losing a step every single year.
Yeah, and that's what you're gonna have with a big player like him. He's gonna be like a Lucic. I feel like
a third, fourth line guy.
Yeah, I mean his contract's gonna come back to bite him.
For sure.
But
it already has.
I mean, yeah, only 18 points in 31 games this year. Last year, 39 points in 69 games. Definitely not where it used to be when he was getting 89, 87 points a season, Not as what he used to be.
I think he's going to be a 30-point guy real quick. third line 30-point guy
Yeah.
real quick. I would leave him out in expansion.
Oh,
Nobody's going to
Datey
take
Day going
nobody.
2-1 Dallas overtime. He's predicting with 5 minutes left here in the third period.
Well, we kind of said that too, right? It
Yeah,
feels like
it
that
does feel like that type of
because
game. Uh,
yeah, they get outplayed all game and then they just get a lucky
I
one.
feel like it's going to stay the same. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win here for the Canes with 4:49 left. We're going to be heading to a commercial break. I think it's going to just be 1-0 Canes, honestly, the way that they've been playing. Ben might want to try to get in shape. I think he is. I just think, his big burly body's just going to start slowing him down over time.
I don't. I would bet that Ben's not the most in shape guy in the league. I mean, I think
Probably.
he's in shape, but I don't think he's in the greatest shape of everybody. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I get that impression. Yeah.
I do get that impression from
Like
Sagan and Ben.
there's some guys that are just insane. Like Zdeno Chara apparently is in absolutely insane
Oh,
shape. Like
don't.
known for it. Yeah.
Zdeno Chara's six-pack, man. Woo.
That guy is
He
nuts.
is nuts.
Yeah.
Stupid skip.
He could probably play and be a 5'6" until he's 45, I bet.
Oh, probably, without a doubt. I mean, I wish Boston would have kept him. Boston should have. Especially for the amount of money he
Yeah.
got in Washington. He didn't get too much. He should have just went back to Boston. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, they wanted to play Zaboral and those guys up there. It's up to see what
Yeah,
they're going to
but my
be.
lord, you can't be doing that
What?
when, your Marchand and, those guys are getting older and older and you want to, try to make this team a playoff team and now you're
Well,
you're kind of
well,
weak on the defensive end.
I guess I mean it's the trans. There's going to be a transition, right? So the way they look at it is they better make sure they know what they got with these kids and that they're okay and stuff like. I kind of get why they did what they did, but it's hard. It's hard. It wasn't. I don't think it was an easy
No.
choice. I don't think so at all. Like not at all.
I don't cheer for both of these teams, but let's see if Robertson could do something here. Yeah, he's been kind of all over the place right now. I've been actually liking his play in this game. I mean, better shape. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think, definitely Ben's game has definitely fallen off. And I think that's because the game of hockey has changed. And we've been seeing so many younger, faster people coming in that are just blowing by Jamie Benn now. And Jamie Benn just can't, play that same sort of
Yeah.
hockey.
Yeah, he's never been the greatest
No.
skater, and then if you lose a step on top of it, that's just the way it
Yeah.
is.
As that's sent all the way down the ice as we are back from commercial break and they'll be picked up by John Klingberg behind the net here for the Stars in their own zone as he's looking to get something going here for the Stars as he makes a nice breakout pass, but that's picked off there by Shea as Shea breaks it in here for the Canes as he waited a nice shot there and Oninger with a glove save there for the Carolina Hurricanes with 4:22 left here in the third period. Pretty good period here so far for the Canes. They just continue to just go on the pressure and to continue to hammer away on this game right now. And if the Canes do win this game, I think they might jump into first with Tampa Bay losing tonight. Oh no.
Yeah,
They'll be a point back of the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're still a little bit back of the Florida Panthers. As that's all the way down the ice and it'll be picked up by Mrazek, Slavin, over to Dougie Hamilton. That's iced all the way down or all the way across. Now it's picked up by Shevech. Shevechnikov has it now. Makes a nice little move over to Aho. Oh, just fanned on the shot. That would have been a great opportunity for Aho if he was able to take that shot off, but was just not able to pull the trigger. As now the Stars, they're carrying it back up. Good shot there, but 13 Mrazek was not able. He gave up a juicy rebound there. Ard Oettinger, 37 saves. Wow, good for him. Gotta love what he's done this season. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Leafs already won nothing against who?
yeah. We start 1-0. They're gonna win that game easy.
Yeah, who are they facing? The Sens?
Calgary.
Calgary. Oh yeah, you don't even have to worry about that.
Like,
58 seconds in. 58 seconds in.
yeah, 58 seconds in.
Man, it's always funny.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta feel as a Calgary Flames. I mean, I don't really care for Calgary Flames fans. They're kind of assholes. I always laugh because, like, you see Dougie Hamilton, and I don't know if you're Flames fans, but man, I'd be thinking about Dougie Hamilton every day. I would legit lose my mind if we lost that type of a level of defenseman like Dougie Hamilton. I'm ahead of you in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. I stream it on Sportsnet now, and usually that has a 30-second delay, and then the stream has another 30-second delay. So you're probably a minute ahead of me by time you're seeing this.
You're about 25. I'm about 25 seconds ahead
Yeah,
of you.
yeah. Me and you are on
Yeah.
Skype, so you're about 20 behind me, or ahead of me. I meant
Yeah. So,
as
but
Mrazek not doing too bad tonight. He's been giving out juicy rebounds. Like Jesus, if Dallas just threw more guys to the net, they would have had a couple more goals tonight without a doubt.
he's always like that. I never understood why people thought Mrazek was a good goaltender. He's
He's
not.
decent. He's
I
just
don't.
supported really well by
I
a nice defensive core.
I I I'd be putting Nedeljkovic
Oh,
in
without a doubt.
more than Mrazek for sure.
As Jason Robertson tried to get it over, and now be picked up here by Rope Hintz. Rope Hintz leaves it there, and Nature's trying to get it out. Robertson gets it back, though. Robertson, nice shot there, and I just misses wide for the Stars. What a great chance. Robertson keeps it in. 2:41 left here in the third period. Pavelski now. That gets blocked up by the ref. Oh, the dumb ref. Screwing over the Stars. What are they doing? And now it's all the way down the ice.
Yeah.
Picked up by Dowling. He chips it over to Lindell. Lindell has it in the Stars zone now. Looking. Makes a nice pass over to Huskinen. Nice other pass to Ben. Back over to Huskinen. Over to Lindell. Or that's Alexiak I meant. Now it's into the zone. Picked up here by Ben. Ben got that. Ooh, great chance there. Gurionov tried to take a shot off, but that got deflected wide. Lindell almost kept it in. Now it's all the way down the ice, and it's a race between Alexiak and Fast. And that will be icing for the Canes here with 2:05 left. And the faceoff should be to the right of Mrazek.
He's only cheering for. Oh, don't worry, the Flames are going to fall off. Flames aren't going to make the playoffs. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah,
He says, I'm only cheering for the Leafs tonight because I'm a Habs
we
fan.
already know what's going to happen to the Flames tonight.
Yeah,
we
they
we
are.
could already tell you by the 58 seconds into the first. Oh, and looks like timeout here for the Dallas Stars as well. And they might be pulling Jake Oninger for an empty net. You got to be thinking.
For 2 minutes left, they're going to pull him.
I don't know. I don't see the empty net
Yeah,
thing yet, but they are taking a timeout here.
I don't know what Brendy's philosophy at. They're taking him out. They're taking him out. Well, if they score here, first of all, I'll be ticked because I got Carolina for large
Oh yeah,
in regulation. And I got the under, though, to cover it a little
11-3
bit.
for shots for the Leafs, and now the game's tied up at 1. Who's in net for the Leafs?
Oh, really?
Hutchinson's in net for the Leafs.
Hutchinson's in net. Yeah, that was the
That
problem
might
with
come
that
back to
game.
bite ya.
I have an over on that game, too, for that reason.
Oh yeah, they are pulling Jake
sure.
Oninger here with 2:05 left here in the third period. Jake Oninger, great game. I tip my hat to you, my man. Great night from Jake Oninger. Once again, every team that I seem to have, we've been having these great goalie matchups. We had Talbot versus Lehner the other night between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Wild. The other night, Markstrom was eh. And then Mike Smith was just fantastic in the Battle of Alberta. Now we're having a great matchup between, Moranzik's been, eh. Jake Oninger's just been amazing for the Stars. As empty net here with 2:05 left here in the third period. And a face-off win here for the Stars. That's Huskinen. Over to Pavelski. Ben, nice slap shot there. And a big glove save there by Mrazek. What a save there. As absolutely a flash of the leather there. I think that was on Rope Hintz, not on Ben. As Rope Hintz pulled back. Nice shot. Mrazek makes a huge glove save there, making sure that no rebounds bounced out. Face off to the left, or yeah, to the right of Mrazek. This is big here. Ben getting ready for the face-off against Trocheck, and a face-off win here for the Stars as Huskinen gets it in deep, and now it's wrapped around the boards, picked up here by Robertson. Robertson has it now, looking down to Ben, Jamie Benn. He's looking, chips it over to Pavelski. Pavelski over to Huskinen, Klingberg over to Huskinen again. Ben has it now. Try to get it to Robertson. Robertson uses skate. Good move there. Get it up to Klingberg. Klingberg over to Robertson. A minute 30 left here in the third period. Robertson, nice shot there. And a nice big save there by Mrazek as he gave up no rebounds once again. As Jamie Benn talking with Mrazek a little bit. Maybe Ben's asking him, hey, can you give me a little bit of a rebound or something again? I know you've been giving them all night. Can you give me one now?
I think he was asking. How's that broken hand feeling? That's what I was thinking. He was asking.
Probably.
Trying to get some info. And then Brindy calls a great timeout. What an awesome timeout. Dallas was putting a lot of pressure on him and stuff like that. Brindy calls a timeout, slows the game down.
Man,
takes the momentum away.
Hockey News Report, you put it great. He's an amazing coach. I think
he is a great coach.
I know a lot of players that played in the NHL don't do too well of a job as coaches. Depends on who you are, but Brendan Moore is just one of those great examples where he just ends up like he's just such a great hockey mind that like you just know he's just going to be a great coach, and he has been for the Hurricanes. He's been absolutely amazing.
Yep, he was an extremely intelligent player, and he's an extremely intelligent person and coach.
He was an amazing two-way player. I think one of the best of our times, Brendan Moore.
One of my favorite of all time.
Oh, without a doubt, I love Brendan Moore. I've always been a big fan.
He's one of the reasons why I'm a Flyers and Oilers fan.
As we are back in the action here, a minute 26 left here in the third period. Ben taking the face-off. And a face-off win here for the Stars as Pavelski able to get a handle of it. Over to Huskinen. Over to Klingberg now. Klingberg takes a shot. That's tipped up in the air. As now Slavin, he has it now. Tries to chip it all the way down the ice, and he's able to. And that should be icing with a minute 10 left here in the third period. This is a smart play by Slavin. Taking it slow. Getting it down the ice to kill some more time off. And I'd like to see the save here again, as Ben did tip it there, but it bounced right off of Mrazek and right up in the air. Himself right to the right of Ben, or right to the right of Mrazek once again, as Trocheck will be taking it up against Ben. The Leafs did it again. Did they let in another goal?
Get out of here.
Oh my lord, guys. Come on, Leafs. What are you doing? As Ben trying to center it. Good defensive play there by Slavin as they're trying to get it out here with 56 seconds left. Here with the empty net here by the Dallas Stars. Nice pass over to Pavelski. Nice shot there and a save there by Mrazek. And now Trocheck, he has it now. Trying to get it out. Battle there alongside of the boards. Huskin sends it in. Ben trying to center it there to Rope Hintz. Rope Hintz wasn't able to get a good shot off, and now it's all the way down the ice. And it'll be picked up here by Klingberg with 34 seconds left. Just missed the pass to Jason Robertson, and now the Hurricanes, they have it now, trying to get it out. Robertson, he has it alongside of the boards, trying to get it out, and they just do. Now, Niederreiter wasn't able to make the pass. They chip it in, and that should be picked up here by Fogle. Yes, trying to get it to this. Oh, saved there by Huskinen. 15 seconds left. The Stars, they're on the attack. Over to Rope Hintz. Rope Hintz over to Klingberg. And that was, I think, offside. There's Pavelski. He has it with 6 seconds left, and that should be it between the Stars and the Hurricanes. What a game, 1-0. As Mrazek in his game back from injury, he gets a shutout between the Stars and the Canes, 1-0.
Yeah, that's one time when you can thank all your teammates for your shutout rather than the goalie.
Without a doubt, the amount of rebounds that he gave up and just the way that he played, without a doubt, you got to thank your teammates big time on that. I mean, the way that his defense was playing was amazing. It was a good game. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream, and I hope you guys all have a good night. Leafs fan, I hope things turn around. Oh no, it's still 1-1. Okay, not bad. Nordstrom, Joakim Nordstrom scored a goal. As we're having a little bit of a storm surge right now as well, as we'll finish out the stream a little bit of this as they're clapping their hands. Getting all the fans pumped up there in Raleigh.
It's 1-1.
Yeah, it's still 1-1. Yeah. Nordstrom got the
Joakim Nordstrom scored his
first of the year.
His only of the year.
Probably.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pickup.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for all tuning in. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your Easter, and then also enjoy your Easter Monday as well. Enjoy that day off. I certainly will. I'm going to be making some YouTube content for you guys and getting ready to go back to school. So I hope you guys all have a good day. Thanks, Perlo, for joining me on the show. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate it a lot. Make sure to go check out my man Perlo Wisdom. His link will be down in the description below. I'll probably go live with him sometime this week. I don't know when I'll be available, but hopefully I'll be able to join him somewhat this week. So thank you guys joining. Have a good